All right. Hopefully we're working. What's happening, Fish and Friends? Welcome to another live. Man, we got a full house here. It's looking like the Brady Bunch. Should be a fun time. As always, let me know. Make sure the audio and video is working. I see people joining in. Looks like we're working.
Let's see who's on.
My chat's going nuts.
All right. Looks like we got 112 people already starting out. Cool. All right. Well, Fish and Friends, fun Saturday. We have a couple guests. These are a couple subscribers. So the story behind this is a couple good dudes that always support me, always in lives, always liking my pictures on Instagram. We've chatted back and forth a little bit, just like a lot of people that I've met simply online. I would have never met or known these gentlemen had it not been for fishing and YouTube and Instagram. So cool part is I was actually on Fishing with Gramps the other day. And I was like, hey, what are we going to talk about? Does anybody have any ideas? And I was like, man, I think Brendan, actually, you fishing from the Southeast, probably everybody knows him as he's always supporting and jumping on everybody's lives. I think he was like, we should talk about frogs. I don't know how it had happened, but like, yeah, let's do that. Who wants to join me? And him and Jermaine were both like, yeah, let's jump on and talk frogs. That's what we're doing tonight. A couple of good subscribers. People are always like, hey, how can I get on? Or how can I get, like, listen, YouTubers notice the good people, the good folks who always support and are always in the comments and are always liking stuff. So that's what we got you guys on. And of course, the Dizzle. Dizzle, what are you doing down there?
I was trying to get connected on YouTube so I could follow along with chats, but I don't know my password. Password's saved everywhere except for on my computer.
It's all right. We still love you, Dizzle. So tonight, okay, funny thing about Dizzle counted the stickers on the front.
I was going to say, I was
on the front of his cabinet. I don't have a giveaway put together yet. We'll cook up something, but tonight's giveaway, I'm actually gonna do two. So we're gonna do our random giveaway with the giveaway selector, and then I'm gonna run a number, and I'm gonna have Randy pick it. Can you see comments? Just regular comments, Randy?
Yeah, I can see comments.
Okay. Randy's going to pick it because whoever shows first on his connection. So I don't want to hear any of the baloney of, I was before this person on his connection. Whoever he sees first on his that gets the number right, we're going to do two. So it should be a fun night. But
I'll throw in a giveaway too if you'd like. So there you go.
Brother, you don't need to. I've had people do that, and it's almost more of a hassle because I've truly got more stuff than I need. So I appreciate that. But it's like trying to get stuff lined up and waiting for stuff. So I'll throw stuff together.
Hey.
You being here is enough. Yeah, what do you got?
Before we get to that point and do the whatever, send me a text with the number of stickers that I sent you. I can't get to my phone since that's what I'm using. I think I know the number, but I don't want to say it out loud. 972 is a weird number. That's not the number.
This is what I have to see if this is what you remember. All right, so Brennan, Fish in the Southeast. You are up. Give us the 30-second elevator speech. Who are you? What are you doing? Why are you on here? Why do you support us all? Why do you love fishing? What's going on, man?
Well, I'm Brendan, Fish in the Southeast. If you guys know me on YouTube, I'm on Instagram as well, but that's my bait company, Brown Bait Co. So I really just want to teach people everything I can about teaching people how to fish, basically. I just want to teach as many people to fish, make baits, and, have fun doing it. Fishing's an amazing sport, and I want to share it with everybody I can, and there's a lot of beginners getting into it. So YouTube channels are a great way to get a lot of new people in, and yeah.
And what you said you're in Georgia, right?
Yep. Southeast Georgia.
Okay. I've got an icebreaker question for both of you. What's your favorite way to catch fish?
Frogs.
The frog.
I think I'm gonna take the frog too.
I wondered. Jermaine and I have talked about the frog. Jermaine sent me pictures as soon as he caught it. He was excited. So Jermaine, give us your background, your 30-second elevator speech. What's going on with you?
So I'm Jermaine. Just another guy who loves fishing. Just started the new YouTube channel. A week ago? I got 2 videos up. Mainstream fishing. I started following Debo like 2 years ago, I think now, and I was like, yeah, this guy's cool. And you actually answered me, so.
I try to. People on YouTube, people on Instagram are lucky because I always reply to my whatever direct messages or whatever they call them. It does take me some time. However, people on YouTube, I'm getting a lot behind on, like months behind on videos. So I really need to go back. I just can't keep up when there's like 300 comments on a video. It's crazy. But Jermaine actually sent me a picture. He was super pumped because it's a frog that I've talked about. Jermaine, what frog was it? What color? Ah, there it is. The freak.
Gotcha.
The freak that I told you about. He sent me pictures. He was so excited. And it was a horse. What was it? Eight
and a half.
Oh,
8.5.
That's bigger than mine. And was that in New York?
That's a good one.
Yeah, in New York, about 20 minutes up the street from me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a one day too. It was crazy. You know, that day that you leave the scale, you only take 2 rods. Not even my scale.
Yeah.
So a guy from across the lake. He heard the blow up and was staring at me the whole time.
Heard the blow up.
Holding it in. And
that's awesome.
He's like, "Oh, do you want to weigh it?" I was like I had the shakes. I didn't even know what to do.
Yes, I want to weigh it.
It was the size of 2 of my feet. I wear 14. I was like, what?
Damn.
I couldn't even it was crazy.
That's awesome.
Jermaine and I go back and forth a little bit on basketball too. I'm a Bulls fan. He's a Knicks fan. We were just talking about that before. I see you play. How tall are you? Because you're a big dude. I've seen
Me,
pictures
I'm
of you.
6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
I still play.
Yeah.
I'm washed.
I saw you hit that 3-point ender the other day that you posted on there.
Yeah, I got a couple jump shots to go down. It was a good night.
I love it. So tonight we're gonna go all around. I posted like I was telling these guys, I posted the God, why can't I even think of the word? The not summary, the generic why can't I think of the word? I'm completely blanking out. Anyway, Topwater.
Synopsis.
So Topwater gear up, frog. I can't even think of the word. Anyway, Topwater. So we're gonna start off with Topwater. And it doesn't have to be just frogs. Let's see who all else is in here. We are not guessing yet for the stickers. Fish Daddy 401. Always got to shout out my guy Fish Daddy. He hooked me up with the Bluetooth connector thing because my stupid computer doesn't have a Bluetooth thing, so I can do the wireless and I can move around and talk. So always appreciate that, Arthur. Who else we got? Aquatic biologist Shant the man in the house. Shant,
oh, nice.
Jig Squad. Actually, Brendan was just talking about Jig Squad.
Do I see TJ in here too?
I think I saw Tackle Junkie. I'm trying to go up.
He's in here.
Philip,
what's up?
Westfall. We got a bunch of good folks. Mike, Mr. Mike Vogel. All my members, and of course, special thank you to everybody that has signed up to become a member. I always appreciate that. Anybody who donates, I always appreciate y'all. I never ask for it, but I appreciate a ton of the support. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. So. Anthony says Dizzle has the Luke Duncan look going on tonight. I've never watched any Luke Duncan stuff. I've heard of him. It's like Low Budget Live is his show, right?
Yeah, that's his.
I was just actually about to Google that because I was like, I don't know who that is.
All right, so Topwater. Jermaine, is the frog your favorite Topwater if you could only pick one? Or is there one that you kind of learned on and used more?
My dad would be punching me right now because the Topwater. Yeah,
hey,
that's what I started on. My dad would be beating me.
How many people started on a Rebel Pop R? What color?
Yeah, this is a Black Magic from 6th Sense.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm in love with the stick, but I caught a good one on that. That was actually in my second video. He swallowed it too. He was actually bleeding pretty bad, but he swam off. I didn't put all that in the video, but he engulfed it. It was crazy. So I got love for that.
One good thing, actually, I was actually just talking to my dad. So Dad came up today. We built, let me see, Randall, did we agree on the number? Oh, you didn't send anything back. Randall, did you agree on that number?
Yep, no, we're good. We're good.
Okay. We built, I'll show you all a picture because I was proud of it, doing adult things, but Dad came up today and helped me. We built shelves in the garage, like 15 feet worth of shelves. Real exciting stuff. That's what my life is like now. I get excited to build shelves. But dude, the Pop R back in the day, the baby bass color was money. Rebel Pop R
all day.
But what I was going to say is carry a good pair of wire snippers or like wire cutters, side cutters, because I've had that happen too with like a Nico rig, or it seems like usually with like weightless baits, like a weightless stick bait, they'll get it just down a little bit, like in the gullet or even kind of toward the gills. And I'll snip that. Just snip the barb of that hook, or if you have like treble hooks, just snip the barbs, pull it out, you know, in case you're ever out on, you know, by yourself and you get one where it's, you know, hooked in the gills instead of really trying to, you know, pop it out with pliers or whatever. Just a tip for everyone. That's saved a bunch of fish for me ever since carrying a good pair of side cutters. So
nice.
Yeah, a lot of pliers come with those now too. They have cutters of
I gotta
some
set
sort on
that
there. I
again.
mean, worst case scenario, you don't want to take your good pliers and try to cut through a, you know, a 5/0 hook or anything like that. But you should be able to.
And the problem with
pinch it
like a lot of the
down
needle
or,
nose,
you
they're
know.
so far back too. Like the actual plier, the
True,
cutter
true,
part's so
yep.
far back. Where if you carry just a good pair of side, I've actually got a pair of musky cutters because musky guys do the lot because musky are so, I would guess, more finicky than bass, you know, and just carry a little pair of those and they'll clip through even the big musky hooks. So
yeah,
what do we got for questions? And if you guys ever see any good questions or anything, jump in.
Okay.
Debo, I just had a question for you. So I was watching Tackle Junkies live the other night. He said you were giving away a Metanium today.
No, actually, that's why I brought this up. TJ said that's when you have too much tackle. Ha ha ha, Debo. So all the stuff in my garage, Jim, is actually for garage junk and basement junk.
Well,
it's not for tackle like yours. So funny enough, Jim, I think actually might be giving away a Metanium tonight. So how fun will that be?
I heard that
the
too.
funny thing is
Yeah.
I actually have a 3-piece rod I was going to throw in there too. I told everybody that it was definitely a broken rod, but it's still a 3-piece rod. So
it's true. That's not false advertising. Got Gramps in here. Gramps, thanks for joining, my friend.
What's up, Gramps?
Mike Vogel, he's got an interesting question.
Mike, yeah, Mike is a good dude. Mike, I need to get. He sent me an edit. He does some video editing and stuff on. I guess that's his actual real job. I was going to say on the side, but let me see. What time was that?
8:42. It was right next to
I'm already like 3
Gramps.
minutes behind. I'm not. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
What are your feelings about the large size frogs, Sitsinks Vega, Mega Bass, Big Gabo, etc.? Yeah, that's Brendan's got a big one there. That's the Zoom. What is it?
The Zoom ones are legit. They are amazing.
King Daddy or something like that, or is that the?
Yeah, it's the Magnum ones. Yep.
Are those the ones that have the extra bit of? They have the extra little bit. Yeah, the red tail. Yep.
Ooh,
I've used those a couple of times.
Yeah, they've got an incredibly supple body. I mean, like crazy soft, and they walk like a dream. I think they just came out with
a popping version, right? Because Randy, isn't that what you sent me? You were at
I think so.
I might have sent you a picture of the popping, but it was a little too expensive for me to buy it for you, I think.
I would have bought anything for you, Randy. I don't put a price on love, but apparently you don't love me that much. Yeah, Jermaine, you said you like the big Gabo.
That's a good one.
I do like it, but it's $15. That's fun.
It's super ridiculous. My theory with Topwater is like with frog, especially with frogs, because you're really not going to hang them up and lose them. Yeah. I don't mind paying a little bit more, and that thing walks so easy in the mouth on it. I think they call it the catamaran mouth style, whatever the hell that means. I don't know. But like when you pop it back and forth, it really spits. I didn't want to like that frog.
And
the nice thing about that one is
throwing it on 65-pound braid, so you can pull the tree down before you lose the lure.
Dude, I've tried frogging on 40 and I've broke off on 40. People look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, I'm telling you, when you get a fish down in wood and stuff, like it happens.
Yeah.
And then there's no stretch, so there's nothing to absorb that shock when you set that hook. So I mean, it's just going to shatter sometimes, almost shatter.
And and pike.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a whole different deal. Yes, pike.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of the shelves, Travis said. Travis, I wish it was all for fishing stuff. Unlike Jim, I don't get overflow tackle in the garage. It's all going to be like decorations and boring stuff, but it was fun to put up, fun to hang with Dad. More room for baiting activities. Actually, so funny enough, Arthur, Dad was like, hey, we should make a better workbench because the one I've got is kind of janky.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, you should.
Do that. Randy, you should.
I'll help you. I'll bring all the tools down and screws. I have a bunch of screws, just like so many screws.
I'll send you a picture of my work table that I built. It's for all my bait stuff. It's pretty good. It's really easy to do. as well. So
Mine is
Now-
not legit.
it might cost a little bit because of all that wood price, which is kind of crazy. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, it was like $500 for everything to make our shelves. It was
Yeesh.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
It's not good.
Pad
held
Crasher,
fast?
yeah. David, Pad Crasher, I think is probably the best budget frog out there. And I shouldn't even say budget. I don't even look at it that way. Just
Yeah,
like
it's not even budget anymore. I mean, they're $10 almost, aren't they?
what?
$6.99.
Really? Used to be able to get them at
$6.99?
Walmart for $4.99.
No. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Time
I
to
had a
pull
ton
up
of
Tackle
them.
Warehouse.
Pima says, I'll bring food and we can have a workbench building party. Pima, I need to hit you up on that and get some more people and we can have a deck building party because my deck needs to be replaced. So
Hey, I got drills.
Hella's in the house. Hello, or what do you guys got? Jermaine, Brennan, what do you guys got for questions? Anything fun in here?
Well, let's see.
Here's one. Let's play a this or that with everyone. Real
Oh.
Appalachian angler. Buzzbait or plopper style bait?
This is a hard one because I caught my PB on a buzzbait, but I fish a plopper more often. So it's
Do you feel like
It's
the
kinda-
plopper has lost its luster? I've heard a bunch of people saying that the plopper's not what it used to be. It doesn't catch
There's a
fish
reason.
like it used to.
there's a reason. So this is the first model. This is the gold packaging. This is the first ever model of them, and then they discontinued them. They're different
They
than
went
the
to the
ones in the
red
red
packaging.
package. Yes, these ones are way better. They still work. I
Why?
promise
What's
you
different?
that. I don't know. It's the sound, the material, or the shape of the tail. But there's also they get less grass on them. So
Is it still
I
like
don't
a
know what it
hard
is.
tail on it? On the well, I
It's
guess I don't
a
know
little
if
bit
I've used
soft.
any
Still
It's
red
soft
softer.
rubber tail, right? Should have soft
Yeah.
rubber.
it is still soft. Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
never
so I
caught
don't-
anything on a plopper. I
No?
don't throw a buzzbait.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just throw a frog and a popper. That's it.
I mean,
But-
those
I
catch
would
fish.
try a
You know.
plopper.
My friend, I'm not mad at that answer. Anybody that says I just throw a frog is welcome to sleep and stay in my house anytime.
Yeah.
So
I just throw the frog. That's it for real. And if there's too much
Brittany, how
stuff,
many
then I'll
times
just throw
how
the
many times
popper.
have we been out and I've been throwing a frog and I get one blow up and I'm like, hey, we should just fish frogs all day.
all day long and never move.
I'm the
We're not
same.
moving. What are you doing?
Yeah.
We're not moving.
Yeah.
I had a blow up
Yeah.
here.
Pushes
They're gonna
me
come
down
back.
and kicks dirt in my head. Walmart has, I guess it must have been the Booyah Poppin' Pad Crasher. That's $7.11 at my
Yeah.
Walmart here.
Yeah. It
The
says that.
regular
They used to
pad
be
crashers are
$4.99.
like $6 something.
Mm.
So they've gone up a couple bucks.
Mhm.
Rich is in the
Life's
house.
gone up a couple bucks.
Life has gone up a few bucks. Yes.
Yes. Gas.
Just eating has gone up a few bucks.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
So Randy, what about you? If you could only pick one, I don't really see you throw a buzzbait too much.
One type of what a buzzbait or plopper?
Buzzbait or plopper?
Well, I will say if it is a buzzbait, I'm going to naked buzzbait with a
Mm.
frog kicky tail, like a rage kicky tail on the back. It's
The
a
buzz
technical
frog,
term.
yep.
Don't look it up. It just trust me. Kicky tail. But I'm probably going plopper overall, just because I
Mhm.
feel like. Well, actually, is plopper a generic term or is it a specific term for the Larry Dahlberg lure?
I think it can go either way. It doesn't matter.
Because like
I'm
there's
going
those head and
plopper then.
He said
torpedoes.
plopper style, so you could do like the Chapo. I know you throw the Chapo a lot more. You like the Chapo.
the Chapo's nice because it's got a hard tail to it, and the sound of it's like a bigger, deeper, bassier kind of plop. Definitely
Mhm.
something to kind of take a look at if you think they may be biting,
try those.
but just the little sound differences between all those.
It
is
does. It
pretty
does
awesome.
Yeah.
definitely have a different sound. I don't.
Mhm.
I don't think that it's lost its luster. I still think the plopper works just as well. I mean, I still have really
Yeah.
good days on it. It's got its
Yeah,
time,
what do you-
but
We ran into it last year where we ran into like the places that we normally fished in the past, like a buzzbait, plopper, things like that. It was all scummed up. It was either weeds or scum, or you just couldn't fish anything with like an open treble hook on it. So
Mhm.
that's.
and I think
you
there's
know,
just so
kind of-
much pressure. I think people go
Oh,
out
yeah.
there and will throw the same stuff and are like, oh, it doesn't work anymore. But I think there's just so many more people out now that it doesn't matter what you're throwing. Like,
Most certainly.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
people everywhere.
Yep.
So here's a good one. Jermaine, have you thrown the Teckle Sprinkler at all?
Yes. That's the one, the frog with the proppy thing on the back, right?
With the ploppy tail. Yep.
Yeah. No hits on it. I
No,
got no
okay.
hits on
I was
it.
gonna say this is
No
like the
luck.
perfect way to marriage both of those together. If you left a
Yeah.
frog and a whopper plopper in the box overnight, you'd come back the next day and then have a little baby Teckle Sprinkler frog.
That's
Oh,
funny.
I love it. Yeah, Chad, I'm a huge fan of it. It was one of those lures that I never bought for a long time because I'm like, as Mr. Bass would say, this is frog fur. It's stupid. But yeah, once I got it, like it is essentially just a weedless buzzbait or a
I
weedless
think I have
plopper.
another one. I broke one.
Yeah, I like it.
Both
What's
tail
the,
pieces, but
Doesn't Strike
That
King
is
have
a
one
tough
too
thing,
that's
yeah.
similar?
The what?
They have a
The
pad
Strike
perch,
King has
Oh, the Booyah
pad runner,
Toad Runner.
pad runner.
Toad Runner.
Toad Runner. Yep.
Yeah.
Booyah Toad Runner. I don't like it as much. Hookup ratio is not as good. The
Yep.
hooks are flat. You have to bend the hooks up and it
Mhm.
defeats the whole purpose. I thought I had a sprinkler here. I was actually going to grab one. But I don't think
I wasn't the biggest
So-
fan. I broke the two tail pieces off, and then
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm over it.
That is one thing. Yeah, that is one drawback that can happen.
Deps has a frog that's pretty neat. Let's see if I can find it here.
Bring the heat on these this or that. These are fun, especially with 4 people on.
Yep.
Greg said Greg, I didn't even think about hitting you up. You are a handy of handymen. I'm not really good at that stuff. I know enough to be dangerous, but when it comes to like, oh, let's lay all this out and get it all done. Wow, chat really lit up with the buzzbait, Gramps, Shan, Westfall, S Diddy. Oh, Bill coming in with the plopper. Oh, my Okie guy absolutely crushing fish lately. I don't know what he said. Don't kick me out. He must have said something before about not liking a frog or something. That old bastard has been absolutely kicking tail over there.
Mike just made another one, another good comment at 8:51.
Oh, there we go. Actually, try the Teckle Sprinkler frog for a weedless. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. I didn't buy into it for a long time. Actually, the same for the plopper. I wrote off the plopper forever. And then there was one day me and Randy actually grabbed them and we're like, let's try these.
It was
we
disgusting.
Crushed.
There's so many
Crushed
fish.
We were both like, yeah, you know what? This thing actually isn't stupid. So,
and then we continued
Eliza
to yell
says
out
comment.
Larry Dahlberg. Larry Dahlberg.
yeah. Then for like that was like what 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever when we started
At
fishing.
least, yeah.
And then our
Larry
big thing
Dahlberg.
was whenever we get a plopper fish, we'd call out to Larry Dahlberg. Thank you, Larry Dahlberg. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, Mike, is this the one you were looking at? Favorite
Yep.
frog modification: bend out hooks, trim legs, add weights,
Trim legs.
mend it. Well, we already know what.
Legs unevenly.
We already know Randy
Yeah.
is going to tote that Mend It sponsorship. Hopefully, we'll get him that Mend It sponsorship, and they'll come in clutch and give you gallon size things of Mend
Make
It.
a boat out of Mend It.
How about you guys? Do you guys do anything to modify your frogs?
Just
Yeah.
the legs.
I never
agree
fish a
with you,
frog. I never fish a
As
frog
soon as
unless
I take
it's
them out, I
modified.
cut the legs. What do you do? What's your favorite modification, Brennan?
Well, I always trim one leg shorter than the other. Just makes
Mhm.
walking easier. And I always trim up shorter. I bend out the hooks up and out. So that way they basically like catch the fish's skin on the roof of their mouth whenever you set the hook.
Okay.
And then I also sometimes dip them in some boiling water to make them softer. Because like some of the frogs, they're more dense and you like to make them
Don't
softer.
be buying those googie frogs and doing that. Randy,
No.
was it you
I'm
that was
with you
telling
on
me
that,
about the
Debo.
googie frogs having to do that?
No.
My thing
I
is,
remember
I don't know
remember
why.
you
This is the old man get off my front lawn thing. But if anybody ever tells me this bait's awesome, you just have to boil it first. I'm like,
I'm with you on that, Devo. I'm with you on that 110%.
You just
Yep.
have to do a bunch of modifications to it, like build it a house and things like that before it's good.
I am kind of anal on anytime I get a frog, I always have to trim the legs, at least to the length of the
Yes.
body or less.
Yeah, that I do on all of them.
And then
Oh,
add a
here we go.
rattle. If it's like super, super windy and you've got some stain in the water, add a rattle. Trust me. it'll
Yeah,
help.
I don't do that a ton. I used to add BBs for some weight, especially like if you're a bank angler.
Mhm.
This is kind of hard to do with my mic thing here, but I always cut them to the length of the body.
Yeah,
So this is a Swamp Donkey, Reaction Innovation Swamp Donkey. It looks basically
those are
identical
nice.
to the Teckle line of
Yep.
things. I don't know if they're made in the same company or what, but
It's crazy to think like all of these frogs that Debo had like magically gotten off the internet that he loved so much that he fishes with all the time are showing up in stores around me now. So Debo, you're not gonna have that
I
extra
had nothing to
advantage
do with
anymore,
that.
bud.
I had
No, I'm
nothing
just
to do
saying
with that.
your advantage is gonna be squashed now.
Oh, dude, so that's the funny thing is, okay, so do you guys fish with friends at all, much or no?
No, I don't.
Or
Mostly
people
alone.
in
I got
general.
like one guy I fish with.
So have you learned anything from fishing with somebody else? Like, has that person been like, oh, you should throw this, and they're really good at it? No?
Not really. No.
So that's one thing I was going to say is me and Randy. So Randy's obviously a huge jig thrower. I love the frog, and we kind of got each other on. I got Randy to throw the frog more. Randy got me to throw the finesse jigs more. That's something fun to do. Like if you have a buddy that fishes and is really good at something, don't be too proud because sometimes Randy and I are like, I'm not going to switch to what he's throwing and catching fish on. But after a while,
He's gonna
after
teach
like
me how to bed fish this year.
there you go.
I've never
Perfect
done
example.
that, and he definitely. We were talking about a week ago, and he was like, "Yo, I got a spot, some giants." And I was like, "You already know I'm in." So he's
That's
gonna
a
teach me how
perfect
to bed
example.
fish. Yeah.
Ways, techniques. Would that be the way? Or
Yep.
ways to catch? I don't know what you'd say, but yeah. I'm not a huge bed fisherman either. Like if I see a
I've
big
never
bass,
done
I'll
it.
throw a few times, but I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like you. I'm impatient. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Debo, you remember that one time you were trying to catch that one bedded bass with a swim bait? And
hold on, let me see if this still works. See how I muted Randy so nobody can hear him? Randy, remember I'm the host of this show. If you ever try to make fun of me again.
But what I was saying, if you cast that at like 78 dozen times.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
actually, now that you say that, both fish. So here's a funny thing. So I've heard people say, that bluegill eat baby bass and they hate them on their beds. 2 times. One time I had the Beast Coast Miyagi, and I had her grab it like 3 or 4 times, but it was like just the tail, and she was taking it off the bed. Never could get a hook in her. The second time was a Matt Lures bluegill, which look super
Those are
realistic.
nice.
And again, fish grabbed the tail. I set the hook like 3 times, 3 different times, and finally on the last one, she ripped the tail off. Both times, Randy went over within like 3 casts each time and caught those fish on a jig off the bed.
It's that compact presentation.
Yeah, finesse jig. He
yeah,
I had him get
I got
it,
a lot of love for the finesse jig.
The second
My
one,
first
I think,
fish of the year.
Oh, nice.
On the finesse jig?
Been the biggest one I had. That was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, he caught it was a 4.5 pounder is what she ended up being.
Yeah, that was pretty close to my biggest last year. Last year was rough.
Last year was really weird. I started out super strong in the beginning of the year. I had like 3 or 4 5 pounders by May, and then it was just like
yeah, but have you foul hooked a catfish on an underspin yet? Or
yeah, so here's an update. I don't know if anybody saw Dizzle's Instagram. Randy and I went out one day. It was like 70 degrees, stupid nice. And my buddy Tom, I don't know if Tom's in here or not. I haven't seen Tom. Tom, if you're in here, what's up, Tom? But he was out and caught like 7 fish. He had been out for a few hours, and he's like, yeah, hopefully you guys find some. I didn't have a single bite. Randy caught one. And
there were people everywhere. Like every single spot.
Yeah, every spot we went to.
We were outside of our truck. Outside of our trucks, I should say. And it was like this SUV of, I would have to say, like college age kids, or probably kids that were in college. Like 4 or 5 of them piled out of their SUV and like sprinted over to the lake. As me and Debo are like, oh, well, I guess we're moving now.
Literally pulled up behind me. Like 5 of them jumped out and hurried up and ran up to the pond and started fishing. We're like, all right, let's move. Yeah, so whatever. Oh yeah, Fishing Fix. This is how behind I am. Life added a few dollars, except my gas tanks added a couple extra dollars too. It's
Yeah.
funny,
Oh,
like I
man.
laugh at the memes and stuff, but dude, I don't even pay attention to gas. It's like, what am I gonna do? Not drive? So I don't
Yeah.
even get upset. I buy gas.
Have you
so.
have you seen the electric bass boats with the electric motors?
I have
the big
not.
ones?
No.
They actually like work, like surprisingly.
Huh.
It makes
They
sense.
I've heard of.
I mean, they're not
Yeah,
like they don't have massive
just looking at that,
outboards,
but-
but they work. You know,
It
like a
makes
50
sense.
horse.
I agree with Eliza. Back to the ploppers. 110 is my favorite size too. If I could only throw 110.
Hmm.
What's it, a 90 or 100 below that? 90?
90. Yeah.
I
I
think
think
I
the
like
Chapo is
90s.
run different though. I think the Chapo is 120 and then like 100,
100.
if I remember
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
I think
Chapos are a
so.
little bit different. Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mike, this is a fun one. We have a lot of talks about this. There's a ton of people
Ooh.
always talking about line stuff. I'm a big fan of like pretty much any of the big lines: Trilene, Seagar, P line, Sunline. They've all kind of got their good and lines. I don't know. How about you guys? Seagar or Sunline?
Sunline.
I haven't tried Sunline, so I'm gonna go Cigar.
Yeah, I think, what is it? The Seagar. I don't know. I feel like I've talked about it every
The
live.
red label?
The Seagar. Or I'm sorry, not the Seagar, the Sunline, whatever's in the blue box. The
Super.
it's not Super. Yep.
Yeah.
The Super. And I just got some Assassin that Gramps had like a link deal. So they had buy one, get one free. So I got a couple of the 600-yard spools to try out.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, Debo, this or that at 803
803. Okay, what do we
from
got?
Jeremy.
Well, hold on. This is interesting. Rob says, Debo, I used to love watching you get geared up and go fishing. Ever going to do that again? What do you mean, Rob? Getting geared up to go, like just kind of the B-roll beforehand? I was actually, funny enough, I don't know if this is what you're looking for, but Friday I had to go run errands, ship a couple giveaways. And for my guys on the giveaways for the last 2 weeks, I still have your giveaways here. I have been crazy busy. I know I'm like the most horrible YouTuber at getting. I need to hire somebody to do all my giveaways. I've still got the last two giveaways for the past 2 weeks. I have not forgotten about y'all, and I'll throw in some extras with that. But so I'm not sure if that's what you mean, Rob. But I was actually going to grab the camera and just do like, here's what a regular YouTuber who still works does, and like going from work to sending stuff to checking my PO box. I had like 4 packages in there from people sending stuff. Like, that's awesome. Then I get back, then I got to go back to work. You know, it's just, I don't know.
You should have recorded when I came down and we went out the other day as I pull up and you drive off and we have to go deliver your keys to your wife to let her in her.
Yeah. my wife picked up my girls at school and she locked her keys out of her car. So we had to go meet her. And
Oh.
What do you do? I'm just the same as everybody else. I'm regular dude loves to fish. Let's see. What do we got? What was the question?
I said 803, Jeremy Breed, I believe.
803, Jeremy. Let me see. 803, Jeremy. Jeremy Breed, this or that? Guggen Revolver or Guggen Filthy Frog? Okay, I'll go first because I'm sure I'm going to be easy. I've never used the Guggen Revolver. I'm probably not going to buy one. That one looks dumb. The Guggen Filthy Frog, I actually had one and liked it. It was all right. It was a little bit stiff of a body for me. There were some people that are like, oh, you could boil it. I know Randy actually really liked the Filthy Frog.
I did. Well, actually, I do like the Filthy Frog. For me, anyway, I feel like because the places I fish that I would fish topwater, there's so many pike in there. And if I have a frog that is super soft and pliable, they're just going to tear up. And if I have something that is a little bit stiffer like that, I can keep throwing it even though it's got, a row of teeth marks in it. I can keep throwing it for the rest of the day. So
You'll mend it regardless.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm going to mend it. But I'm Filthy Frog.
Hey guys, here's how to mend a brand new frog. Randy, why are you mending a brand new frog? I love mend it. Knock knock, who's there? Mend it.
Shut up, Debo.
South Jersey, yeah. Torquedo is the one that I was thinking of. And I said, yeah, I know there's been one out for a few years. 80 horsepower electric. No, I've never seen any, but yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. What else do we got? Any more of this or that? Any more fun stuff?
Oh, here's one at 906 by Government Steez.
We'll get that. We'll jump to that one real quick. TJ, how do you feel about the Yozuri Top Knot? I like Top Knot a lot. I've used it a few times. I've been
What was
issues
the
with it.
Yozuri I gave you? The 20-pound fluoro I gave you a box of?
It's the new one, whatever's in the red and yellow box. I haven't got to use it yet. The Yozuri.
I don't know as if I like it. Just
No.
it just, I don't know. I need to use it some more. I mean, I've had a couple issues the other day with my jig rod and reel that I haven't tried to remedy thus far, but I don't know as if I like it.
I don't really.
Gabe in
branch
the
out on
house, Tin
lines.
Horse Monty.
I
Start
kinda
with a shower
got my
scene, he
lines.
says. What's that, Jermaine? Sorry.
Said I kind of got my lines I use, and I don't really like branch out.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
know? I kind of just
Dude,
get
that's-
them on sale and get them in
Dude,
bulk.
there's nothing
you know?
wrong with that. And that's the way so many
Mhm.
anglers are. So many anglers are like, I don't want to say brand loyal. I was going to say superstitious, but like brand loyal. Once anglers find something they like, it's hard to deviate. It's like, I've used it. I know it works. I'm going to find this on sale and buy a bunch of it. And there's
But I'm
nothing
only
wrong
like
with
that with line. Only with line. Everything else I'll like try different things and venture out. But line, I'm kind of like, okay, I know it works.
Yeah, I hear you there. Because I've tried some too, and it's like, man, after I have a few breakups, it's like, no,
Yes.
I'm never using that ever again.
I
Yeah.
see your videos and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not going to try anything else.
Ron, what did I miss? Debo, come on, dude. Ron, did you have a good comment? I don't know.
I did see somebody also mention the Seagar Bass Basics. I actually have some on a spool. I like it so far. It's done me well. Not that
See,
I've
I
caught
think-
any fish on it, but
I mean, like, I think you should not cheap out on that one thing that's connecting you to the fish. Like, I think spend the most money there instead of spending more money towards a reel or a lure.
but
That's
I would
my-
also
That's
say
what I think.
as far as the
You know.
line's concerned, like before this, I was Seagar Red Label, and that was like their bottom of the barrel lines.
Mhm.
And I've tried other lines, like I mean, this goes for like my jig reel and things like that, something very specific. Like I wasn't going to switch out my Seagar Red Label for anything else as it came to jig fishing. I was like, that's what I'm going to use because everything else just is a little bit too wiry, a little bit too stiff, a little bit this or a little bit that. I'm going to stick with it. Where
Yeah.
I could see your point. The like crankbaits and spinnerbaits and things like that. The tactical, what is it, Debo? The P-line
P-line.
tactical.
P-line tactical.
Yes.
Yep.
That stuff
good.
is amazing, and that's like
Mhm.
higher end. You know, I'll agree at that point, but you know, it's one of those things where it's by specific technique or method that I can agree and then disagree with others.
Illuminathan,
Yeah.
yeah, I will jump in on this one real quick as I'm scrolling down. I'm about 5 minutes behind is all, which is good.
4.5 hours.
Debo, you painting any more slashes? Yes, I am going to try to do a drop on my website with painted lures and
Oh,
stuff
nice.
here soon. So I've had a bunch of people asking. I need to get my butt in gear, but yes, thank you for everybody who keeps asking.
Oh, speaking of painted lures, hey, buddy.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
Joanna,
nice.
You got some of those. Have you thrown
Yes,
any yet?
sir. So the white and pink one that's not in here, I actually caught a fish on it on my first cast, and you already know what it was.
I know.
It was
I
a
know. I didn't know if
dink.
you're throwing the other.
It was a dink.
Fitting for a
Yeah.
Debo crankbait, but I'll take anything.
Yeah.
I don't care. Eliza ordered the Ugly Green Concept Z from Tackle Warehouse. Anyone throw any one of these? Yeah. It's actually
Nope.
the Concept. Is it S? It's SV or S. I don't remember something. It's not the Concept Z. The Concept Z is the orange one. It's the S. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Yeah, I think it's a good reel. It's actually a really good caster. The old Concept is the orange one. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like people were kind of. I don't know if it's folks that haven't used it and we're just
The
like
Sport
it's
Z?
dumb. Sport Z, yeah, SZ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that reel a lot. Tackle Junkie had it, and I got one at I think it was Gander. Yeah, I got that one in the Concept A for like $60 each when old Gander went out of business. Rip. Love you, Gander.
I wish I
Like,
had a gander around here that would go out of business. I
Dude,
would buy some stuff.
it was the
cheap.
They
worst
just
thing
need
to
to
ever
come
happen
back into
because I spent
business
so
and then
much
go
money.
back out.
Yes.
Yeah, they came.
That's what I
They
need.
went out of business here once, and I remember because I wasn't like huge
They
back
went
into
out of
fishing
business
yet.
6 times here. What are you talking about once? The
I
same
wasn't huge back into
location.
fishing it, and I remember they had 11 packs of the good gammy treble hooks for like 90 cents because it was like a very limited of what they had left. Yeah, and at the time I was like, I think I bought 2. I was like, oh, these would be nice in case I want to change stuff. In retrospect, I'm like, I should have bought everything they had.
All of them.
Tyler, hook sets are free. Tyler, how are you, brother? I haven't talked to you in a minute. This or that. Lipless or chatterbait? And what's your favorite of each? That changes on time of year. Right now, for me, spring, Randy and I usually get on, like there's a good lipless bite, but there's like a 2-week window where it seems like it just kicks off and lipless cannot be beat for us. So I would say a red lipless. What's that?
I got a hot take. I think the chatterbait's dying.
You think it's dying?
So
do you think again it's a thing of there's all kinds of people
example.
fishing it now and it's kind of one of those popular baits?
Yes, everyone's throwing it. So I got a lake
spinnerbait is crushing
it. I was there. Yes, sir. I was there and I literally walked around the lake for an hour and a half. Nothing. And I'm like, chatterbait the whole time. I'm like, you know what? Let me throw a spinnerbait on, 3 casts. 3 casts.
I mean, it's cyclical, just like any other bait.
And I'm like,
one bait's going to pick up, and then everybody's going to go to it, and then
I think
you
it's
throw
going the other way for the
something similar.
chatterbait.
So, I mean, dying is like you said, a hot take. It could be going to the ER or something like that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I won't say dying, but
yeah, no, I totally 100% agree with that.
Less effective,
Yep.
Yes.
Most certainly.
And same thing for Randy. Randy throws the underspin a lot, and I don't see many people throwing an underspin around here. So that's just another kind of finesse.
Stop talking about the underspin.
I mean, they don't work. Nobody throw them. They don't work. But yeah, mixing it up or throwing a naked chatterbait. Randy and I have thrown naked chatterbaits, which is just take the skirt off, or if like your skirt gets ripped off, we have pike around here. Pike will rip the skirt off, and then we'll just put like a paddle tail on it, fish it that way, or whatever plastic you like. You could throw a fluke on there. And it's just a different like bait fish look.
Yeah.
So yeah, my answer is right now lipless, Tyler. I don't know what it is, but we just get on a really good bite around here, and I like throwing the lipless. So how about you guys? Lipless or chatter?
Lipless.
Yeah. Probably go with the lipless.
Specifically the Sergeant.
I'm a big Rattlebot fan. I'm a big Rattlebot fan. I like the Rattlebot.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going chatterbait. Z-Man of any sorts. Just if anybody is going to ask anytime soon, the Guggen ones kind of suck because you gotta
they do.
You gotta
clickbait. Yeah, that one definitely was clickbait. They have some good stuff, and it's not every time we have somebody who says, "Do you love or hate Guggens?" I am neutral. They have good stuff. They have bad stuff.
I just want a lure that I can tie on and throw. That's what I want.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't think they should have advertised it as a chatterbait. It should have been like a wake flash bait or something, because as a wake bait, it looks cool. Because you caught what, like a four something on that, right?
It was 4 something, yeah.
Fishing it like a wake bait, essentially.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I was trying to tune it.
It's just not a chattery bait.
Illuminating.
Government says, sorry, go ahead, Brendan.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Government Steve just says, thank you guys. Aspiring fishing channel coming up. Very much appreciated. Yeah. And that's another thing, with these guys, Jermaine and I were talking before. He just dropped his second video, and I will leave both Brendan Fishing the Southeast and Jermaine linked below. I'll have to get them. They're going to send me their links. It's easier to do that way afterwards. But I'll link them below. Yeah, and Brendan, I know you've done videos a lot longer. I don't know how many you have out there. I didn't look or anything for numbers, but
I don't really know. I know I've been doing it for a year and a half. So.
Yeah, quite a while. So not as new, but Jermaine just dropped his second one. He's like, that people have told me you just got to get out there and drop the videos. I'm like, that's exactly it. Your videos are going to suck at first. That's just, I was just telling these guys, I deleted my first video because it was god awful. And you just find your rhythm and go. So put the videos out there.
Yep.
Got spinnerbait or chatterbait. We've got, oh my gosh, we got all kinds of fun questions in here. We kind of just talked about spinnerbait, chatterbait.
Gramps,
I
also,
shunned the
congratulations on those big
chatterbaits, so
fish.
now I'm never gonna get any YouTube shine now.
You what? Oh, because you don't like the
I
chatterbait?
shunned the
Nah, that's
chatterbait.
baloney. If you ever worry about what people are going to say on YouTube, then just don't do it,
Yeah,
because
you
it
can't
doesn't
do
matter
that.
what you like. There's always going to be somebody that's like, "Oh, you're an idiot. You like this." Shan says Tatsu quit being cheap. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of go back and forth online. Like, yeah, Red Label never broke. It wasn't the softest. Had a little bit of memory, but like, Red Label was good stuff.
It did what
Ruben, that's a big part of it too. Yes, a bad knot is just as bad as getting
Yes.
crap line. Tie a good knot. Take your time with your knots.
And if you get like a little overhand knot in your line as you're casting, if you get like a backlash or something, you better cut right behind that thing and string that line through your guides again, because that will break really easily.
Yep. And just overall, just check your line. If you're running through some rocky stuff, even if you're not running something that is like a jig or something like that, you know, just check your line every once in a while.
Yeah.
Asher Rose says, Debo, what do you think of the ugly sticks? So I think I had an ugly stick way back in the day. I couldn't tell you what it was. I know, like, is it the GX2? Like the, affordable, everybody's got them. You can't break them. I think it was, what's his name? Catfish and Carp, did the video that so many people I feel like tried to copy and stuff, but he was holding, I think that was the ugly stick, right? Where he was holding the chainsaw up with like an ugly stick, like a catfish type setup. And that was, talk about a huge marketing deal for them. But yeah, the ugly sticks that I've seen, hard to break. Funny enough, though, I actually just saw Matt Robertson, which I don't know if there's other people sponsored by Ugly Stick, but on him fishing was showing his video of talk about some ugly sticks and stuff. They've got like a little bit, I don't know what the new line is called, but like a more tournament like line.
Is it refined or something?
I don't know. I was going to bring it up here. Actually, I can share. Let's do this and we'll share. But it's one I've kind of been interested in because, yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, Ugly Stick's the best budget rods out there and stuff. Carbon, I think that's what it is. Yep, the Carbon.
Yeah. It looks actually quite nice.
It's a red one, I think, if I remember right.
Yep, that's what it is. The handle looks interesting.
Debo. There you go.
I thought there was another one that was like 100 and something, but yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. But for $79, yeah, I didn't even know it was that much. What does it say? What am I sharing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
I was just going to ask what's in your shopping cart right now.
Nothing.
Awfully interesting that you just instantly pulled it up and there's some
24-ton. Okay, one thing that I see right off, I can't see a top view of it. This looks like the Arc reel seat, which I don't buy Arc now because of my experience with them, but Arc rods were probably the most comfortable grip because they had the trigger that was just a little bit forward of the reel seat right here. Can you all see my mouse or no? Does that show?
Yeah.
Okay. That was just a little bit forward of the reel seat here, and it's like the most comfortable grip. I think they call it a 2-finger grip or something. So that's interesting that they have that. But I don't know. Has anybody used these that's watching? Ugly Stick Carbon? I mean, I'm not too proud to ever try any sort of brand. It doesn't matter to me what it is. If I find expensive stuff that's good or budget stuff that's good, it doesn't matter to me.
No, I mean, the only time I've ever used any of those is I think I caught a 15-pound catfish on one. It wasn't any type of I think it was a spinning rod, but outside of that, I don't think I've ever used any of their.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't used much of
casters.
Jason Emery at 9:20 has an interesting question that we think we might.
I'm 7 minutes behind. I'm gonna kind of roll through quickly. Oh, Shan, I actually saw your picture of that, the new Picasso inline spinner. I grabbed one. I was gonna message you earlier, but I was out building the shelves.
Oh, yeah.
I bought a couple. I was really thinking about pike. I don't know what you've been catching on them, but like, I love pike. People can diss pike all you want, but I think they're hella fun to catch. So that's
I was
interesting
thinking
you
about
say that.
underspan as soon as you said inline spinners. And
Hmm.
what are they? The VCM, VCM, right?
VMC, the one that you broke.
VMC. God, those things are horrible. Sorry,
Yeah,
they're horrible.
it's not just
I
them.
had
There's
some,
a number of them that like the bottoms break off. So it's
I feel like the hook is way too light, and when I happen to just slap some of the trying to slap some of the scum off of the
Ooh.
blade, it like literally just broke off.
Daniel, I feel like this is going to start some fights. Has anybody here used the Inu rig or the stupid tube? So I feel like the Inu rig is definitely a gimmick. It was like something that happened in Japan, and everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
And it looks cool. Like when you look at it underwater, it looks cool. But like,
Yeah.
who's going to take the time to rig that 30 foot?
Yeah.
Like I hate rigging a drop shot, which is bad
Yeah.
enough. I'm not going to take that. The drop shot takes approximately 46 minutes. The Inu rig,
Yeah.
I believe, takes 78 minutes to rig.
I won't throw drop shots until I fish tournaments.
Yeah, and or
Here's-
fishing from a boat, like it's a whole different thing. Fishing from a boat, throwing shallow and bringing it out deep. But like as a bank angler,
Mhm. Not doing
they
it.
snag so much.
The crazy thing is nobody in chat, don't get mad at me, but I fish the drop shot way more than I fish the Ned rig. And I absolutely
Hold
love
on,
the
can I
drop
mute
shot.
Brendan here? Yeah, here we go. I muted
Yeah.
Brendan. I don't want to hear any more about fishing the drop shot and how good it is. I'm kidding, Brendan. I'm kidding. Yeah, and that's the thing that's cool about fishing is you can talk to 10 different people, and one guy can be like, "Listen, I love frogs," and like Gramps, we were just talking the other night on his live. He's like, "I still haven't caught a fish on a frog." Like
Mhm.
that's the cool part about fishing is there's so many different ways to do it. You watch MLF or bass, and you'll have one guy that's like 50 some pounds, like just destroying it, and you'll have a stud. I'm not talking about some random guy fishing KVD, Greg Hackney at the bottom with like a pound,
Mhm.
and it's just different ways that people like to fish, and that's the fun part about it. You can truly never stop learning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Here's a good one, James, and I'll get to the one. Sorry, Brendan, I skipped over it. I've been trying to catch up. Jermaine
it's
and
fine.
Dizzle or Debo and Brendan in a fishing tourney. Actually, I think I'd take Jermaine because we would just go frog fishing. It doesn't matter who
Nope.
wins. We just
No,
go frog.
it's me and Jermaine. No, you go fly a kite, Debo.
I'll take Dizzle. Dizzle's a jig guy.
Oh
yeah.
gosh,
Like I
these
fish
guys
with
would
a
be going
jig.
for numbers.
That's it.
Brendan, you
I
get
got
size.
faith
You
in
got
the
you got the knowledge on how to catch the big ones. I'll catch numbers. You catch size.
You got it.
Done.
I got my swim bait ready.
Challenge accepted.
All right.
Boom.
Where you want to do it? Lake Fork? On the
We'll meet
shad
in the
spawn.
middle.
Let's do it.
Let's see. New York to Georgia to Iowa would be like what? Tennessee corner, Tennessee. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Is my
Rudd-
geographicals right?
Something, yeah.
Rudd can be our
Kentucky?
tournament director. Be nice.
Maybe
I
Kentucky.
got family
North
in Kentucky. I got family
All right,
in
well,
Kentucky.
We can crash at Jermaine's
Ooh.
family's
All right.
house.
All right, see you there Tuesday. Let's go.
Here's a good one. What's our go-to knots? Mine is
Palomar.
the double shindo. It's the G-man knot, which is essentially just a doubled over clinch knot. It sounds really simple, and it is, and it's super strong. It's my go-to. I know,
FG knot
Randy,
for
what's your
tying two lines together.
No, just your regular knot, like tying a bait on.
I don't even know the name of mine. I watched a video the other day of a new knot, and I don't know the name of it. I've just been tying it. It's pretty solid. It's quick.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the
going with that.
Palomar.
Terrible.
I like the
names on
Palomar for braid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randy and Brendan are getting together on the whole Palomar
that.
train.
I think the improved.
I pretty
clinch
much
knot is
use the
what-
Palomar for anything.
And the clinch knot for fluoro or mono, because it burns up. So, yeah.
Okay.
But never a double shindo.
No.
Randy.
I think that is that the one where you go through twice and then spin it 6
Yeah.
and then through the
No,
loop?
that's
Don't go through it
that's
twice.
the doubled San
What's that?
Diego jam. It's the
Okay, I think that's what I've been using. I'm terrible with the names of the knots.
they call it something
I
else now, but
forgot
it's
the name.
essentially like the San Diego jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you put it through twice, then you spin the bait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
yeah,
seen
that's
that
like
one.
the San Diego
Bottom,
jam. Then
and
just
then
put
you
it through and then
cinch
just tighten it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's the exact opposite. I'm telling you, Jermaine and I are going fishing. That's the exact opposite way to do the double shindo. So the double shindo, you just started out like an improved clinch knot. So you
Okay.
put it
Mhm.
through twice, like you would a Palomar, and instead of tying the knot and going over, you just twist it 7 times and then put it through the bottom and tighten it. So it's like
Yeah.
the exact
Nice.
opposite
Nice and
way.
easy.
Can't I
Super
just do
strong.
like a
Yep.
double bunny
Super
ears
strong.
under the log and flip it around and
Yeah, you can, Randy. Absolutely. Do that and then set a jig hook. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, Brendan, what time was your question? I'm sorry, I was trying to get caught up. Was it 23 you said?
I think it was 9:20. I think. I'm gonna check here.
From who was it?
I got one after that, Debo.
Okay.
Who's it from, Brandon?
It was something about the SLX and SLX XT, something like that. I think.
Oh, right here.
Let's see.
Jason Emery.
Yeah, that's
This
it.
or that.
Yep.
Shimano, SLX, MGL, or XT.
Yep.
I don't think you can go wrong with either. The SLX MGL actually surprised me on casting distance. Randy, that was the time we were throwing swim baits. And I said, here, throw this the
Oh,
first
yeah,
time I
yeah.
had it out. And you're like, whoa, this feels
Yep.
weird. It's definitely got a very loose feel to it, which is that MGL, spool kind of made for lighter weight stuff. I wasn't throwing lightweight stuff on it, but then the XT is just a good workhorse. It's basically the
Yeah.
SLX with the added variable brakes on it.
Yeah, it gives you better control and castability. Works a little bit better in the wind too.
Yep.
You just
Yeah, you
dial
can
it in
fine-tune it a
more.
little better. Yep.
Doesn't cast
Jermaine?
light baits as well, but it casts like baits
I
in
haven't
general
used
I
it.
agree.
a little better.
Joey, you say you haven't used either.
I haven't used either. Yeah.
What are
I
you?
gotta get
Are you
more
a
reels.
fan of any brand of like rods or reels?
So I do have a Shimano Corrado K, and
Oh,
then I have
okay.
a Daiwa
Nice.
Tatula 100, and I kind of lean towards Shimano. I
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that. I like the Shimano. I mean, but I only have 1 and 1 right now, so I got to get a few more.
Fair enough.
So I do want to just get like a bunch of what I know and what I love, but I kind of lean kind of what you do, Debo, and just like I want to try other things now.
Yes, and that's actually what I was
Jermaine,
going to say. So, as somebody
you need a
somewhat
friend
newer
like
to
Debo.
fishing and having one
What's
of
up?
each. Well, hold on, Randy.
Yeah.
So having one of each.
hmm
Which reel do you think is smoother reeling? Which one feels smoother to reel in, and which one do you feel is better casting as far as doesn't backlash ever?
Doesn't backlash ever, the Daiwa,
Yep.
110%, and then smoother is the Shimano, 110%.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I'm not sponsored by either.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell people. Yes, the
That's
Shimano's
how
are like
that's
butter.
my 100. I never ever like I put a fluke on it. I put like anything I put on it. I've never backlashed that thing, and I'm like hucking it like, and it just doesn't
Yes.
backlash. I'm like, I love this thing. But then I
Yes,
just
and the
love
100's good with light
smoothness.
stuff too.
Yeah. I throw my fluke on that,
The
I need
Corrado
to
K is
clean
awesome
mine.
because
and
you
my
can.
small cranks too.
Yep.
I got it on like a
Yeah.
medium setup, so
Nice.
Perfect. Yep.
yeah.
Randy, what were you saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You said something about.
I was just saying, Jermaine, you need to get a buddy like Debo that just goes out and buys ridiculous setups and combos and things like that, and then just be like, "Oh, hey, buddy, what's that Dobbins you got over there?"
I wish.
I know.
We all wish
Basically,
we had a
any-
friend
you
like
know?
Devo.
Anything I
wish we
pull
had a
in from
friend like
YouTube,
Devo.
I'm just like, let's just put it back into gear and lures and do reviews, and
Let's just do it and throw it.
it's too much.
Debo,
Sunday.
I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
825 Asher Rose.
Sean Beck, as I'm rolling through. Yeah, Sean, I agree. I think this is when we're talking about nicks, or if you think there's anything wrong with your line, retie. If you're ever in doubt, retie.
100%.
I'm guilty of not doing that enough too, Sean.
And
for
don't
sure.
even just look at like the first foot or whatever it is like that.
Yes.
You make sure you're looking a little bit further down, because sometimes, Debo, there was that one day we were out. I don't even remember where it was, but we were throwing it and it was like
Yeah,
a
like
full,
10 feet up
like,
on the line from.
oh yeah.
Yep, from the
100%.
rocks.
It was
Yep.
way down. Yeah.
What time did you say, Randy? I'm sorry.
825 Asher Rose.
Asher, I'm skipping ahead. I'm sorry. Oh, interesting. Debo, what's the bait that you would stay away from?
Mm.
Gosh, if you guys have one, go ahead and answer. I'm trying to think what bait would I
Stay
stay away.
away.
Well, I joke about it, and it's like it pops into my head right away. Drop shot, because it takes so much time. But
Dang it.
Yeah.
I was going to
It
say, you
depen-
can't
it-
say drop shot.
it really depends where
Okay.
you're at and what you're fishing. Because if you have like a decent hard bottom, or if you're fishing like grass lines and don't have a bunch of snagging, Yeah, absolutely. Like you can destroy, and I would never say that like the drop shot's not good to catch fish. It does, just in the spots that we fish with like any sort of wood or like a bunch of big chunk rock, and I'm talking like chunk rock.
Mhm.
Sorry for hitting the mic there. Big chunk rock. It's crappy in that. Dragging it uphill is a whole lot different from dropping down on a fish in 20 feet of water. That you see on live scope and using a drop shot. Different deal.
Like
But
our chunk rock is the good old boys. They got a buddy that pulled up their sidewalk, like a whole sidewalk around their house,
and then threw a
they
whole
gotta
bunch of that concrete in.
Yeah, they got to do something with the concrete. So their buddy's like, "Yeah, I live next to the river. It makes good structure. Bring it on
Throw
out."
it in.
Yeah.
Gosh, and actually, I've got one from Team Bass Pack under this that is kind of related to it. What do you guys have? Do you guys have any bait you would say stay away from?
Dragonfly from Lunker Hunt.
Oh,
I was going to say
Hunt.
something from
I have-
one of those big old things from Lunker Hunt too.
Somebody said, "Hey, Debo, how about them spiders?"
The spider.
Those
Yeah,
work. Those work.
I didn't even think about it. Oh God, Brendan, you're not on my team anymore. You go fish with Burley.
Sorry.
Debo bought the
I would say the
smallest
spider.
possible.
There's people that love it. Burley swears by it. He's like, dude, it's a fish catcher. It's a finesse frog. But I'm like, I can do so much more with a frog. Like it doesn't float. You can't walk it. Like the frog is just so much better in every way. But again, we go back to that's the cool part of fishing is we don't all have to agree.
Yeah.
You just have to go out and catch fish and have fun.
If anybody
Okay, so
wants
we had
any
a-
Lunker Hunt dragonflies, let me know because Mr. Bass sent me a bunch of them. I mean, if anybody wants them, I'm ready to give all of them away.
Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one that I encourage everybody to have an option for. Team Bass Pack. One bait you guys want to master this year. I always tell people to have one or two baits. And it's not like it's going to happen overnight. Like to try to seriously focus on the whole year of I'm going to put in time with it. Oh crap. And I just realized somebody just messaged. We're at an hour. Damn. Okay, so we're going to do giveaways. We're going to all answer this one. Then we're going to get giveaways, and then we'll go to pick some more while we're doing giveaway stuff.
All right.
One that I think probably Randy's going to answer this too. Randy, go ahead. Tell me what I'm going to get my giveaway stuff.
No, you go ahead. No, you say it.
No, you go ahead.
I was looking at comments. I'm not even ready.
That's what I'm doing
God.
too.
One bait I want to master. Honestly, I said this last year, so I'm not going to say like the swim bait, jointed, bait like that. I want to say this year, I'm not going to say drop shot either. God. I kind of want to do, honestly, I've bought an accident like a wake bait before. I want to try to use a wake bait a little bit more, or just like subsurface baits, things like that. I haven't really got into a whole lot of that just because, I'm more of a jig guy. I'm not a topwater guy. And a lot of the places where you throw topwater, you can't necessarily get away with throwing a treble hook bait in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to go wake bait and just hate myself all year long, I guess.
No, I'm with you on that. That was when I wanted to work more last year and I completely didn't, but we
Wake
talked
baits
about
are
it before on
interesting.
lives. Yeah, like I had Rudd on
right.
I was on Rudd's. I don't remember which way it was, but I was like, I know, like there's conditions where I go out and I'm like, dude, it should be an amazing spinnerbait day, or, oh, dude, I guarantee we can kill him flipping and pitching wood with a Texas rig. There's never a time when I go out and be like, oh, dude, we could kill him on like a little wake bait today. Like,
So I have a condition.
Like-
I don't know if it's like a real condition, but it's just kind of a situation. So like right before summer, and there's like that 6 inches above the grass.
yeah,
I think that's good wake bait time, because then
I would agree.
Yeah.
That
come out of
sounds
the
great.
It is.
Yeah.
I've caught a few on the wake bait doing that.
Strike
Do you
King
throw
makes a
like the
good
little
wake bait.
shad type or like the longer like jerk bait looking type?
The 6 cents ones, they're kind of big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got a good size to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan, how about you? Wake baits? Are you a wake bait thrower?
I like throwing rats, the big rats. Those are fun.
Yeah, and I kind of put that in a whole. Maybe it's not a deal, but like I figured like that is like a whole different type of wake bait and throwing. I don't know.
It kind of is. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're talking like what, probably a 7-inch rat, if not bigger.
Yeah. About that big. Yeah, it's not like massive, you know.
Yeah.
Like those PB
funny,
rats. Those are nice.
Have you guys ever seen? So they got all these crazy lures and things like that, and you see like maybe a duckling or a frog or something like that
I have that.
blown up on. Like, have you ever seen a mouse like even out, or a mouse or a rat even out on the water where a fish could be able to eat them?
Yeah, I guess so. No.
When that water
If anyone,
rises,
it should be me. I'm in New York.
Dude,
oh yeah, the
that.
mouse bite's really on today. Oh yeah.
How about bats? Well, speaking of rats, how about bats? You have the
Yeah.
old Savage Gear bat.
Yeah.
People catch fish on those all the time.
No.
I can't say I've ever seen a bat swimming, but who was it? Who was it?
Yeah.
Was it Gabe? Gabe 10 Horse Monty just said he had a bat. Oh no, he hooked it in
did.
the air.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
He hooked it in the
Yeah.
air though. That doesn't count.
That's funny. Oh, what's
Okay,
your bait,
let me-
Debo?
This year, it was going to be free rig, which I thought you were going to say you wanted to do more. The
I'm
free rig is something
already
that
doing the free rig. That's already on.
I know
board.
that it was your last
Come
year
on
thing, but I
now.
figured you said you were going to throw out more. Yeah, the free rig is an interesting one because I've seen underwater footage, and it definitely does have a different path and like look to it than just a
It
unpegged
does.
Texas rig.
Oh
So
God, I need to get like
Randy
a
caught a bunch on it
specific.
last year.
If anybody has like a specific made for free rig weight, let me know, because the weights I'm
I got
using
us
are
some.
like,
I got us a bunch of
Well, I
tungsten
want-
ones, Randy.
I want more,
Hmm.
because the
That's
ones
your
I'm
problem.
using
It's
are
never
are
enough
just
for
like,
you, is it, Randy?
Go to the hookup tackle. They've got plenty of them.
Just-
They've got a whole
just like
site
it's-
for them.
It's just like it's never enough topwater frog fishing, huh, Devo? Even though I'm like sitting there picking dandelions. like,
Yeah, you
kicking
did be right
rocks.
there. I'll fish all day throwing the frog, and I'm not going to apologize ever. Let me share my screen. Okay, we're going to pick the first giveaway. This is just the random whoever. It's just going to be a thing of tackle. I've got a whole bunch. So I've got, after redoing the garage, I've heard my wife, bless her heart, she's out there getting ready. It's going to be hashtag Feesh, Feesh.
All right.
Hashtag Feesh. This is going to be a random grab, but she's been out there putting stuff from the garage and the basement that we have up on the shelves that we built. In doing so, I was looking through some of my stuff, and I'm like, you know what? There's a bunch of stuff I can part with and get rid of. Older things, newer things that I've just never really used or have used a little bit of it. So it's going to be like probably a $50-ish box of stuff around in there. I'll hook you up.
Nice.
But that'll be the first one. But here in just a little bit, we'll probably go for an hour and a half. Jermaine and Brennan, are you guys good for going?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all
Jermaine,
good.
you're an hour ahead.
Yep.
Brennan,
I'm
are
all
you an
good.
hour ahead? Are you Eastern?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Eastern.
Both of you?
I'm all
Okay.
good. Don't worry about me.
Okay. So we'll probably go for like an hour and a half, and you guys can drop off whenever you need if you have family stuff or whatever going on.
All right.
We're gonna do another one, picking the number. We'll Randall, you'll go big screen. Everybody will get a chance. But
Yeah.
whoever can guess the number of stickers on Randall's cabinet back there, that'll be a separate giveaway.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to do something special. I might, you know what? Since that's such a special thing and so many people talk about it, I might do a
Metanium.
complete. No, that was actually Jim. Is Jim still in here? He might be doing that. I might do a complete custom bait. Whatever somebody wants, they can pick the blank. They can pick the color. It'll be a fun one.
Devo, somebody, Johnny Gransville, 835, the Lunker Hunt turtle. Just going back to a couple of questions ago.
Actually, so the turtle.
Didn't
yeah,
we
Johnny
talk about?
Granville.
We had a big discussion about the turtle, right?
I think it was Paul. It was somebody that said it has a bunch of plop on the back of it. I don't know what the hookup ratio
Yeah,
would be like.
it's-
I don't have any.
It's
No?
pretty horrible. So is the
Yeah,
lizard.
it's weird.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
not
be
even
honest.
gonna
Most of the
touch
Lunker Hunt
lizards,
stuff
like-
is not good.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like they have an old frog, a lunker. Oh, it's the stupid frog that has the dumb legs. I hate the legs.
Yeah.
The frogs,
Oh.
however, have good turned up hooks and they're super sharp.
They are.
I'll
So
tell
I
you
actually
what,
pulled the
one of-
legs off and put my own on.
Yes. One of the best frogs that I've
fact,
ever used.
Brendan's doing show and tell, and I'm jealous. I haven't got to
There you
get
go.
up
Is
to
a
it.
lunker
Those ones.
hunt with the you kind of like pinch right there where the frog or the leg connects to the body, and it breaks the glue off, and then you can like take some skirt material, whatever it is, and
Yeah.
kind of thread it through. I still have a log that the first time I ever saw it, Debo showed me one, and he like did it for me. That's
I
like
get
the
the noise,
best
man.
frog I've ever used before in my life.
Yeah,
I really like how
Really?
the body is. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
So
I like
here's
how
one thing about
compact
the
they
lunker
are.
hunt. The lunker hunt frog. So yeah, there's a lot of people that like these legs that like. So the I guess the thought process behind them is when you pop it, the legs pop out like it's swimming, and it's cool in concept. And there's a lot of people that love them. I thought
Yeah.
it was stupid, and I will actually show you here on screen. There's like some super glue on it, and if you just pop
You
it,
gotta
so you see it
pinch
pop
it
free
hard.
there. Yep,
Yeah.
pinch it, and then just pop it out, and it should pop like a little nub. There we go, and that's the whole
Yep.
leg. So you can pop the legs out, and then inside you can just run like your regular spinner bait.
Jig skirt.
Yeah, like jig skirt or spinner bait skirt in there. But
Mhm.
what I like is the body is super soft, and look at the hooks.
Yes, the
Yeah.
hooks
The
are
hooks
nice.
are actually already pointed up, and I don't know if I can get it to focus. But
That's cool.
everything else on it is really good. So yeah,
Yeah.
pop those legs off.
I
It
didn't know
doesn't take
that.
much at all. Break the super glue on it. Like that. And there you go. Pull both of them off, and then you can modify it. It's got 2 little holes there. So
I
Mhm.
feel
There you
like
go.
Nice.
those are the ones that I snag or I catch, like if they're in a tree or something like that.
because the hooks are turned up, yeah, and the bodies are really soft, which I like. So even if you get just a little bit of
Yeah.
push on the skin, you can see how those hooks are really pointed up. It's kind of like the scum frogs. I don't have any of the new ones, but I did actually just get a shipment in. I ordered a while ago. Has anybody used these? I haven't got to really do a video on or anything on them yet, but I'm interested to try these. The snag proof
The
Bobby's
Bobby's perfect.
frog.
Yes, those are nice frogs.
Those are the
Really good
what are they
frogs.
called? The snake
The
proof
Bobby's
what?
perfect.
Snag proof Bobby's perfect. They have a few different. So if
They're
any of my
amazing.
frog fans out here,
I know snake proof does like a lower level of that, don't they?
they do. They've
They
got a
do.
few different. Like I forget what
I
the
think
other
it's the
one is.
trophy
But
series.
Yes. Well, they do one below. Maybe it's a scum series below the trophy.
I don't know.
But I
It's
remember
an
when I
interesting
first
frog,
started.
though.
When I first
Yeah.
started frog fishing, I was like at their lowest, and it was like $2 or $3 per frog.
The lowest scum frog. Yeah, the lowest scum frog.
Yeah,
sucks.
the
It's horrible.
scum frog. But you know, if you're throwing it in pike infested waters, that's perfect because if you get bit off, you get bit off. But
No.
I do
Disagree.
definitely like those frogs in general.
Okay, where are we at?
Instagram
Let's see.
ad
How
for
many do we
those all the
have
time.
for fish? 137 is all. We've almost got 300 people on here. How close can we get to 200?
Man,
Can we get 150? 150. Call on 150. Let's get another question answered here. What else do we have? Jigs. So people talking about favorite lures.
Have you
Jerkbait,
tried the
crankbaits, too.
have you tried the Matsuo America croaker frog?
I don't know that I've ever heard of that one.
It's this one. I picked it up at a fishing expo, and I was interested by it because it looked like a good frog. So
Show that again, Brendan.
take it out.
I don't
package
have
here
that,
for you.
but Randy and I were at a small tackle shop in the Matsuo plopper.
That's that one right there.
They have like their own plopper. Oh, interesting.
It's pretty supple frog. I mean, see if it'll focus.
I've never
there.
seen those.
Probably won't, but yeah, the hooks are nice actually. Like I was surprised by the hooks. They're quite nice. Yeah, I don't know, just something to try.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at, Randy, but Randy, we were at a small tackle shop and it was Matsuo and it was a little like plopper, but it had a metal tail. Remember that when I bought that?
Yeah.
I don't know where I put that.
It's so
Douche,
fun
you
to
wanna
just
tell and
roll
grab
up
it?
on a random mini, like small tackle shop, not one of the big
Yeah, just the
box store
random
ones.
crazy stuff they have.
Yeah,
So fun. And you're like, who would ever buy one of these 12 gauge shotgun crankbaits here? But people
As
must.
I'm scrolling
because they
through,
sell
there was like 4
Somebody
people
got
that said Dizzle equals bobber and worm or bobber and minnow.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but you had to, huh?
We need to do a day of doing that. I was actually looking back at some of my really, really old videos, and I found a dead bluegill, which actually is illegal now. So please, nobody report me. But I found a dead bluegill and put it on a
Too
hook.
late. Already got
Yeah,
an
so many
email written
people.
up.
I've probably already been arrested by the DNR. But put it on. This is before I even thought about it. I was like, oh, here's a dead bluegill. But just throwing like a line out like that and then fishing next to it, because like that's my thing is like people ask me, do you catfish much? Do you like, I hate just throwing a bobber in or like dead stick line, with like a weight and a worm or something on it and just sitting there. Like, to me, that's not fishing. Like, that's boring as hell to me. I know other people love it. That's again why fishing is something different for everyone. It's just not my thing. I like to be up doing something, working a bait, casting and retrieving.
Yeah, the only time I've ever really gotten into catfishing is like me and a bunch of buddies sitting next to the lake. Usually it's at night with a few barley pops and just bull crap, and then you actually have a bobber that's either lit up or you got a bell on or something like that, and you're just kind of hanging out. Other than that, I'm in the same boat as Debo. I can't just sit and wait for something to bite my line. I got to be trying something.
Yeah.
Tail Chaser Baits said good evening. I'm going to have a little bit of an unboxing from Tail Chaser. Sent me some stuff. Thank you, brother. If you're still in here, I don't know. I'm
nice.
up for buying in like 9 minutes. I went to the I stopped Friday and hit the PO box. Adam sent me a reel. Adam Colley. Adam, I don't know if you're in here tonight. Good buddy. He was actually one of the first few people that ever met me in public when I was at the Bassmaster Classic. Was like, Debo, I came here to meet you, and I'm like, at the time I had like no subscribers. And I'm like, are you sick? Are you drunk? What's wrong with you? He's like, yeah, I watch you, and we've talked ever since. So Adam, and if you need your reels clean, go check him out. Real Integrity. Adam's a really good dude. Nice cat. And now
Team
I'm
Bass
caught
back.
up. 840. I'm all at fish. What do we have for numbers? No, go ahead. I'm just going to check numbers here real quick.
All right.
157. All right, let's get it to 160. We have 291 people in here. Get it to 160, and we're picking a winner. And then here in a little bit, we're going to do some trivia, and then we're going to do a guess the stickers
trivia
on Dizzle's fridge or Dizzle's cabinet back there. We need 3 more. Well, Brendan, what did you have?
Team Bass Pack at 949. Have you guys picked up the Jackal Gantarelle? They came out with 2 new colors. The crappie one looks absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, that one does look really good. And then like a red and black one.
Yeah,
I
don't know about the red and black one, but yeah, I have the baby bass color of the regular size one. Phenomenal bait for beginners. Absolutely amazing. This is nice because it floats back up to the top. Because if you break it off from the bank, it'll flip back up to the top for you. So you can cast a crankbait out in there and snag it, get it back. So really nice.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point, actually, because Randy is the hero. There's been a few videos where we come out and say not all heroes wear capes. Randy, time and time again, has been the guy that has casted and got my broken off lures. I'm like, listen, I broke it off. I'm moving on. I don't have time for this. And he's like, no, it's like a challenge for me. I want to get it now.
Like Jimmy V, don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Don't ever give up.
Yeah, I lost a mag draft the other day. It hung on a log, so I pulled the log in a little bit with a crankbait, and then I had to take a lipless crankbait and drag it along the bottom to get the mag draft. It was a mess, but I got it back. So that's
there it is. That's all that matters. As long as you got it back.
Yep.
God, I've spent like, I think the longest I've tried to get a bait back is I had a frog that broke off and like this super froggy that had just a little bit of current. I probably spent 45 minutes casting like a big, like heavy, almost ounce jig head type of lure at it, just trying to hook a little bit of the line to bring it back in. I got it, but wasted a bunch of time.
Will says, yeah, Adam Colley's a champion dude. He is just a stand-up good person. He's a good cat. Jeremy said, can we see Dizzle's stickers? Yes, we're gonna draw right now because we got our 160 and we just hit 300 people. Thank you all you beautiful people for joining. We love you all. A bunch of fun talking fishing. Let me jump over. I am sharing, right? Okay, I am sharing. We're gonna draw.
Go full screen real quick, Debo.
I don't know how to.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, there is this it? There we go.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Kent, hey, Kent's another good supporter. Kent Bailey.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Illuminathan is actually going to get banned right now. Is Debo upset about that Iowa State game? I don't know. Did they lose? I didn't know what happened. Did they lose? Or did they win? They were going to Sweet 16, right? No? Nobody? Did they win? Did they lose? Hello?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know. I'm on here.
Not sure.
Basketball? No, no.
I don't know.
I'm
Hopefully they
not
lost.
100%
If they
sure.
lost, then no, I'm not mad about it because Iowa State's actually not even a real Iowa team. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
geez.
I like Iowa
Oh,
State.
God. How do we do
I'm just
that?
an Iowa fan. So Kent, Mr. Kent Bailey, you are on. Kent, okay. Kent,
Army outdoors.
please.
Funny.
Oh, and Carl Ferguson here. Carl, I tried to give you a free lure last time because you're always in here supporting everyone. Let me go back to lures.
She's a big supporter
And I
of
don't know
me
if
as well.
it's Caro or Caro. Yeah, she supports everybody.
She's super nice.
And I like to
Yeah.
try to give back to folks. Caro or Caro. I have the glitter bomb, which I think would be a good one.
Oh, that's cool.
In your neck of the woods. As a floating jerkbait, this is not a stunner. It's just a stunner box because it's what I had laying by, and I already hooked myself. These are good owner ST36 hooks. Some of the best hooks you can get. As you can see how
Those are
sticky they are.
Oh,
Kara, if you're still in here, I have a bait for you. Are you in here? And then also, Carol, if you are, email me. What? Yep, there you are, Carol. You need to email me. And Mr. Kent Bailey, both of you, please email me. I'll put it up here real quick. Whoops. DEBO'SFishing@gmail.com. Both of you, please email me with a screenshot of your YouTube deal so I know it's you. Because, yes, there have been other people that have tried to email me and get free stuff that weren't actually winners. Holy crap. You know what? We're going to do 4 giveaways tonight. Big packs, the $1.99 donation, and a trophy buck. Holy crap. I don't know if that's typical or not. Big packs, the only person to donate tonight, you're also getting a giveaway because I feel like it. However, you're only getting that giveaway if you email me because I truly cannot keep track of all these.
That deer
unless you
is
email me.
ginormous.
Big.
Yeah, I can
How
see
many
Spike.
points is that,
1,
buddy?
2, 3, 4, 5. Is that a 12 point? Is that a big 12 point?
It's going to be at least 12.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, sir. Wow. So Carol's going to email me. Kent Bailey, email me. DEBO'SFishing@gmail.com, please. So that should be 3 people emailing me. Big, Kent, and Carol. Good people supporting Debo. I want to try to give back. And we're going to do.
I'm going to do a real quick.
You ready? Okay, hold on. Randall, I'm going to make you big here.
Wait. We're going to do quick view. I'm going to move this out of the way. Yeah.
Okay, and this is just the front, everybody. So we're going to do a guess. How many stickers does Randy have on here? Only the front, right here. Randy, how far does it go down?
Man.
How many do we have here? We got all kinds of stuff going on here. Holy crap, you got stickers forever.
That's about it for the front side.
That's it.
There you go.
That's all y'all get.
All right.
Oh God, what just
That's
happened?
interesting.
I'm going to say at least 55.
Oh no, don't guess yet. That was just a quick look. Save your guesses, everyone. We're going to go at about an hour and 30. We're going to pull for that one.
So
everybody
have
just
3
giveaway
put that
winners
in
right
your
now. So
memory
don't guess.
banks.
Don't guess. No, nobody guess right now. Oh my gosh, we got all the guesses coming. We're going to answer a few more questions.
Mr. Stubbies. Remember Stubby? What about Stubby?
Here's a good one. Actually, I'm going to have to go pee. Here's a fun one. I like getting into this too. Yeah, if we weren't fishing. So there was, I think I've told you all about the hiatus. I posted the other day about, people telling you can't do stuff. And Jermaine and I kind of talked about this one. I had a number of people tell me I wouldn't graduate high school. People that I loved, people that were close to me. Like, it's funny how that stuff works. That said, you'll never graduate. And actually, one of them after I graduated, they said, "Wow, I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd do it." Like, backhanded compliment. Thank you. I think.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
Graduated college, doing all that stuff. But I was in MMA for like 12 years, so I was never, in the UFC or anything big like that. But I did win a small production belt. So that was pretty cool, for me as a guy that I was kind of picked on in high school, pretty little dude. Yeah, thank you. And
I beat up Debo once, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think that might have went the other way.
No, yeah, it did. It went the other way.
But yeah, Randy boxed with me I think we've shared the story. Randy and I met. I was in college. Randy and I worked together. Randy and I used to go do, it was partying, I guess. I don't know how any other way to say it. Partying in college.
We
both kind of cleaned up our act. Yeah, we'd hang out. We both kind of cleaned up our act and then found boxing, MMA, Muay Thai, everything kind of in between. And we both boxed and trained together for a few years, and then Randy moved. But That's kind of how I got into it. And then 12 years, MMA completely took up my life. But I don't know if I wasn't doing that now, though. My knees are complete junk. I don't know what I'd do. So I'm gonna let you guys go because I gotta pee. I can't hold it anymore. So you all go.
I mean, I would just say probably hunting, and I would say hunting as a generalized comment. Whether I know around here, I don't know if you guys do, but we have like morel mushrooms. I don't know if you've ever had them before, but they are phenomenal. You can get them in the spring. They grow up under, I want to say, oak trees. Some kind of downed tree is usually where you find them. A downed tree on the shaded side. And these things are just amazing. If you like drive around Iowa during, the spring, you will find people on the side of the road selling them for $87,000 a pound. Not really, but they're very expensive and they're very good. So I think, some kind of hunting, whether it be actual animals, mushrooms. I even thought about maybe like, getting a good old like metal detector and just, going out and finding everybody's like snagged lures that are up on the bank too.
That'd be cool.
What about you guys?
Oh, you go first.
I guess I guess I'll say video games, but
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to do that for that. I mean, I play a little bit now, but I kind of gave up like the hardcore gaming. I was never that good either, too. So
Yeah, honestly, I went out and picked up a retro gaming system that does Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega. And I've gone out and I've, spent a decent amount of money on all these old school games, and I haven't played half of them. So I kind of feel the same way, where it's like, oh, I'd love to play just video games all the time. But then I'm like, I don't want to sit inside because look, it's sunny out, and well, it's not sunny, it's partly cloudy, and I bet you the fish are biting. I should probably go outside,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mine would most certainly be bait making. I absolutely love bait making. This is a pike.
Yeah.
Is that a sport though? I don't know. The bait making's a sport.
I don't know.
It could be a sport.
I like that though.
I mean,
we'll make a
you
sport.
could do.
I'll compete against you. We can have friendly competitions in there. That's a sport.
Yep. Yeah, Nate actually got me into carving lures and stuff.
That dude,
I started watching his videos.
Some of that stuff is just, kind of ridiculous that he just goes out there and like grabs a piece of wood off the side of the bank and does the whole thing.
Yeah. He has more talent in his pinky than I have. I've got to meet Nate. Nate's a super good guy. Lives like 25 minutes from me. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Something like that. I just
I want to meet
that,
him
like,
one day
in my person to be able to like actually physically see that, to be able to make it.
Yeah, there was one time Randy and I were getting ready to fish in a spot, and we saw this like dude creeping up behind us in a truck, and we're like, "What the F is this guy doing? Like, is this guy gonna mug us or what?" And then Mr. Marling jumps out. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, can I go fishing with you?" We're like, "Oh, yeah, Mr. Marling. Yeah, come on, let's go."
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Nate's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
Yeah, I've got a few bait making videos. Yeah.
Well, check that out. I'll link that out. Like I said, I haven't watched stuff for a while. You had like a Topwater video I remember watching a while back. That was a good one. I haven't watched anything recently though. I'm not even gonna lie. Tom Alfred, as Burley would say, Tom Allred, caught my first carp from the bank with the Willow Vibe today. Who was that? Was just asking me about the Willow Vibe. I don't have any. I've never used one.
That's a cool one.
Huge one. No idea how he swiped it. Dude, there's sometimes that carp actually will bite at lures. I snag them all the time. Did it actually bite it, or did you snag it?
Yep, I watched it. My boy caught it. The guy who's going to teach me bed fishing, he was standing right next to me, and we thought it was a bass under a tree, and he pitched under the tree, and 2 cranks in, that carp rolled on a chatterbait.
Sometimes they will.
And I was
it's crazy.
Wow. I thought it was in the same lake I caught the 8.5, and I instantly
oh my god, this guy's got a 12 pounder.
That's a 10.
This guy's
I told
got a state record.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, that's a 10. That's a 10.
That's how I was the other day when me and Debo were out and I snagged that catfish. I was like, this is my PB, hands down.
Yep.
Hands down my PB right here.
They do. They will break your heart.
Oh,
Catfished by the catfish.
Well,
I need a moment.
Sorry, Randall. Let's see. So Tom, yeah, I wish I have. Have you guys used the Willow Vibe at all?
No, not really. Not enough
That's
time
like a
into
finesse
it
I
yet.
can show if people have asked, because I actually had a couple people ask me about it. I was literally just talking to somebody. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name if you're on. I was just talking to somebody on Instagram about it. Have you used it? It's like a finesse.
It's got like it's a willow shaped
chatterbait.
blade chatterbait.
Yeah, it's like a
Without a
willow
skirt.
blade chatterbait swim jig, like those old VMC like moon eye jig heads.
they look interesting.
Well,
I don't see why they wouldn't work.
Yeah,
how many
I
other
agree.
baits
Like,
is it like? It's like I've counted 4 so
Oh,
far
it
in your
won't come up.
description.
Randy,
I've seen that new trailer
Frederick.
they put out for them.
what was the trailer? Oh, they actually have them on sale. Tackle RS has them on sale now.
It was like
Ooh,
just a
nice.
nice little like a skinny tail. It wasn't really too much anything to it. It was just kind of just like a tickle tail. I think
Like a
a
fluke?
man.
You're
Yeah, kinda like a
not
fluke,
trying to
but-
share right now, are you, Debo?
And I'm trying to get into it. Hold on.
Okay.
Some days I'm really good at this. Some days not so much.
I got you, buddy. Don't worry about it.
There we are.
Yeah, it is
Thank
on
you,
sale.
Randall.
Nice.
Yeah, so $5, and I think they come in a 2-pack, don't they? Maybe I'm
Huh.
dreaming that. Maybe they don't. Thought they came in a
Nope.
2-pack. No, $5 for one.
Nope.
Okay, never mind. I thought they came in a 2-pack.
It's a little bit expensive.
But yeah, it's got this like little willow blade, and it's just a naked chatter. It looks like the old VMC moon eyes. If anybody fished those on jig
And
heads,
then you
I
tie
like
it
them
onto
'cause I like
the
Tie it onto
what's
here,
called
just
on
like
the
a-
blade, huh?
yeah,
Huh.
tied onto the snap, just like you would a there's a top view of it, just like you would a
What is that?
chatterbait.
What does it do then?
It's just like a finesse,
It's
like
just
a finesse chatterbait, from what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah, it just vibrates a little bit less. It's for more pressured fish. I'm sure.
Huh.
I'm sure. Fishing with Grams could tie you up a skirt on it too. That guy knows
sir.
how to make some jigs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a smaller 2-aught hook. So if you go, I don't know if they still sell those. Moon Eye, it was a VMC Moon Eye jig. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Look at how close do those look? Am I right or am I right? Boom.
Do they have the same
this
hook
has
in
like the 45-ish degree or 60 degree, whatever they say line tie. Does it say? No. But that's the
Yeah,
VMC Moon Eye. I like these a lot for like just a grub or a little swim bait.
Mhm.
Kind of a
They
thinner wire
came out
hook,
with a
this
bunch of
doesn't
hair
say.
jigs, I think. I don't know if it's just new this year or if they've had them before, but I know when I was at Shields, they had a bunch of the Moon Eye hair jigs out there.
You guys seen that chatter blade you can kind of put on anything, any jig head? I
The
think
queen
it's in a
tackle?
monster bass box. Yeah.
Mhm.
that's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
Those
the
are
Queen
cool.
Tackle one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hellabass first
Yeah.
told me about those.
Yes,
Let's look at it
I've
real
seen
quick.
that. I've seen that on here.
Have you guys used it
Those
yet?
things are cool.
I haven't got to use
No,
one.
but I want some.
They're cool. Yeah, you can add them to any jig. They're pretty
that's
pretty
interesting.
sweet. Yeah.
Debo, I'll be right
Close
back.
out. Are they getting rid of
Yep.
them? Okay.
Especially
Those
if you got
ones.
like a company you like with some different colors or something like that. I feel like, that's where it'd be.
On
Yeah, any type of the
monsterbest.com.
thing.
Or Debo, some of your customs. That'd be cool.
Man, I wish I could keep up enough to do some jigs. But yeah, the cool thing, like Jermaine was saying, you can put this on any sort of vertical line tie. Keep that in mind. It has to have a vertical line tie because it got like a little,
Mhm.
I guess you call it a clevis looking thing here that pops off. And then you put your jig head into there. So like one thing I was thinking was the Missile Baits, their little new Ike Mini Finesse jig. If I go to...
Nice.
I
Or a
really
Beast
think
Coast
that's
Little
gonna be one of
Magnum.
my
I gotta get
favorites.
some of those too. Those things look sexy.
Yeah, there's so many good jigs out there. What? Oh, I went to Mike. I can only not. Missile Baits. There we go. So the new mini swim jig. So anything like this. What I mean with a vertical line tie is like this, where the line tie goes straight up and down. Does it show? There we go. Like this. And you put that that blade in it, and then it's literally a direct link to your jig. So any sort of jig like that that has a vertical line tie. Yeah, I want to try them. They look cool. I actually grabbed some a while back But of course, it's been winter here. I've had one day where we were able to go out. I didn't catch anything. So
I was going to
what else
ask
do we
that.
have?
You
Let's
guys on
see.
the board yet
Yeah.
for the year?
I am not even on the board yet. We had one day, and then whoops, I can take that off now. Hopefully, everybody emailed me. Caro, gosh, I forget who else. Whoever the other people were, you know who you were. Email me. How do I get that comment banner off there now? Do I just press that? There we go.
Uh-oh. Dizzle's gone.
We lose, Andy? Yeah,
He said he was jumping off for a second. Yeah, I don't know what he had to go do, if he had to go pee or what, but
Put some more
let's
stickers
see.
on that thing.
Jermaine, what did you just ask?
I actually
if
put
you're on the
down
board for the year.
86 stickers. Just saying.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Joking.
you can't alter sticker numbers, Randy. Yeah, I'm not on the board. Randy's on the board with the catfish. Yeah, we didn't catch anything. We only had a couple hours after work. Nothing. Not on the board yet. Hopefully soon.
You had a couple bites the other day, but outside of that,
Yeah, you've
no.
been out more than me. It's rained here like every day, and today was 28
Yeah.
degrees.
Yeah,
Thanks,
windy.
Iowa.
That's
Man,
rough.
the wind.
That's
The
rough.
wind is like a solid, like 30 miles an hour with gust ups. Like
It's been
60.
windy here too,
Yeesh.
but we actually have a few warmer days. But I got 5 fish on the year so far.
Yeah?
Ahead of schedule this year. Last year, my first fish
That
came out
guy.
April 1st. So I caught my first.
Yeah, I need to go back and look. That's what I usually tell people around here. They're like, when do
Yeah,
you get back
I
out?
like to
I
look
was
at
just
that.
counting April. Like, I just figure April is when I'm, because we have like ice fishing until usually like February-ish, sometimes into March. We
Yeah.
got into March this year. But then we have that kind of dead zone where we're waiting for the ice, or it's not safe ice, or it's like kind of
Mhm.
crummy ice, or it's like, so I always just tell people like April. I figure like once we start getting into April, it'll be fishing. So.
I wouldn't be able to
Oh,
get that
Illuminathan.
much snow.
I should do a giveaway with this. Okay, so we'll do a quick story before we get to Ralph's. So I used to work, I was so involved in MMA. My buddy Christian, who I don't think watches my channel or knows anything about my stuff, but he owned an MMA store, CX Gear. And at CX Gear, which was an all MMA store, we did have Matt Hughes in once. And it was on my birthday, and he signed a Matt Hughes shirt. I used to have it in a shadow box hanging up over there. Yeah, he was an interesting dude. He is about as corn-fed Iowa, Midwest dude as you can get. Kind of cocky, kind of like, and at the time he was like in his heyday. Like nobody had challenged him at the welterweight, class. And it's crazy how stuff comes around. His life. Yep, he was a Pat Militich guy in Davenport, which is about an hour 15 from me. It's crazy. It was Sylvia, Hughes, and did Gents have the title at that time? I think they held 3 titles at one time.
Robbie Lawler was there too for a minute.
I think it was Robbie. Yeah, I think it was Robbie,
Yeah.
Matt, and Sylvia. They had 3 titles there at a time. But yeah, it's funny stuff.
Crazy.
It's funny how that stuff changes around, and Matt's life changed drastically, and so he can never be taken tomorrow for granted. That's all I can say.
Yes, sir.
But I do have one, Illuminathan. I do have a signed Matt Hughes shirt. Kind of a funny story. But Ralph. Okay, Ralph, pray for me. He says my boat trailer is down. Need a whole new rear tandem axle. Sitting in Bass Pro Shop right now. Yuck. I'm sorry, dude. I saw that. I don't know what happened. It was in your driveway, and I saw they were towing it.
Just go get 3 buddies, pick your boat up, and put it onto another trailer. They got to have a spare one there somewhere.
What happened? Did you hit something or what? Like, or did you not grease your axles? You got to grease your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said, Jermaine? Did you not grease it?
No, I thought Randy was going to say mend it.
God, why didn't you just try to mend it? Come on now. Jeez.
Use number 686 for mend it. Well, if your axle's down,
Fixing
just
your
mend it.
Mend it.
Mend your boat axles. Yeah, that's one thing is like you got to remember to keep your axles greased. I feel like my dad's buddy had one like on fire, burnt up, because he's like, how often are you supposed to grease those? Every like 5 years? And my dad's like, multiple times a year. So yeah, my dad's always on me about that. Did you grease your axles? Grease your trailer? Let's see. Team Bass Pack. By the way, that story you put on your Instagram was Team Bass Pack. Okay, so Ralph, thank you for the $10 donation. I'm not trying to jump off that, but Ralph, I know you're always on. You're somebody that supports everybody. I appreciate you, my friend. Team Bass Pack. I had so many good comments from that. Jermaine was one of them. I had a ton of people saying their stories of, people that didn't believe in them or people that tried to tell them what they could do. Randy's had it. I've had it. Like everybody's, probably had it at one point in time in their life, and it affects some people more than others, but don't ever let others dictate what you can or can't do. If you love something enough, go do it. Somebody doesn't agree with it. Like, that's their deal.
Yep.
Oh, well.
I appreciate that, my friend.
If it brings you joy, keep doing it. That's it.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yep.
Life's too short. And a lot of people learn that, I feel like, too late in life.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I mean,
Morels, were we talking about morels? Randy, are we going to go morel hunting?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to. I mean, the big thing that I want to say is like, don't count on tomorrow, man. I mean, I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but tomorrow's never guaranteed.
Tomorrow is never guaranteed. And we say it all the time to each other.
That's just being real.
Mm-hmm.
Bullet
in the
wound
cow
mended.
pasture. Is there more minutes? I'm way behind. 8:59.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. Should we do? We're at an hour 40. Oh my gosh. We might go for a little bit. This has been a fun. Mike.
You want to pop it off or what?
Hold on. I just got to Mike's here. So based on the logic, DEBO'S never going to have 20 million subs, multiple sponsors, full-time YouTube fisherman, yet still be grounded cool guy we all dig. I don't know what the logic was or where we got. No, I don't think I will ever be a 20 million sub, multiple sponsors, full-time YouTube guy. I would love to. It started out to the point where I'm like, that's never even a possibility. But the more we go into it, it's like, maybe it is closer to that. Maybe, with YouTube money, with other people supporting me, Monster Bass, do it. Other good people that continue to support me, maybe it will be. And the funny thing is,
I don't know about
Mike,
the 20 million subs, but I think you could do everything else. Fishing's not.
Yeah,
I don't know. Subs.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
But I think you could do everything else, buddy. Ooh.
Listen, hey, remember how we were just talking about people who said you can't do it? Oh yeah, Jermaine, I'm gonna do it. No, I agree with Jermaine. Yeah, you have to have like a certain type of channel to be able to get 20 million subs, right? And I will never get to that.
I'm pretty sure there's not even like 10 million people fishermen on YouTube that are going to subscribe because the biggest channels, because the biggest channels are only like what, 4 million, somewhere around there.
Yeah, a few million. I don't know.
Yeah.
Only a few million. Yeah.
You're only at
thanks, Mike. I appreciate
that.
What
are you doing with your life?
Mike's a good guy. We've talked back and forth. And Mike, I still want to have DEBO Dink of the Week. Mike put together. I tried getting it on here a long time ago. I'm gonna have to put it in a video and dedicate that video to Mike, and we'll have to do a special thing for that. But yeah, Mike, I appreciate that, my friend. I try to stay grounded, and I'm just a guy like anybody else who likes to fish. So don't ever let that go to your head, anybody. You're never better than. That's the thing I learned from MMA is you've got to drop your ego quick, because there's always going to be people that are way better than you, and there's always people that you're way better than. You're always going to be in the middle. There's always somebody better, and there's always somebody that you can completely tool, and just beat them up. So
like
be yourself.
DEBO.
Like DEBO. It did happen. There were some really good people that absolutely mopped the floor with me, and I was pretty confident in my abilities. And I remember quick story. I remember Jeff Curran, the Big Frog. If any of you guys remember the old King of the Cage, UFC. I forget what Jeff Curran was. He was in a few big ones, but he was a black belt. I went to one of his seminars. He's a little dude, like 5'5", maybe. I'm 6'1", and at the time I think I was like 190, lifting pretty hard. I'm like, oh dude, I'm like, this will be my chance to like tool a black belt. The power and strength that he had controlling his body was
I did that for a while.
Yeah, stupid. He just made me feel silly. So you drop your ego pretty quick. Okay, but anyway, enough of the old timey talk. Let's get into
let's see
what we got here. Let me see. Whoops, I almost removed you, Randy. All right, here we go. I'm going to give you one last quick look. We're not going to let you get a good look. Just a quick look. We already showed what was below it. We already showed all the stuff. Okay, that's it. So
just on the front.
Guess is in there now. Randy, can you see the comments? Are you going to pick?
Oh, yep. I got them.
Okay, so right now is the time you will put your picks in. After this, we'll do a couple other picks.
Oh,
Fish Daddy Arthur
Let's
said
see.
the Madman Golan. I didn't have a nickname at the time, and somebody put in a nickname.
Wait, hold
for
on.
me as
Anybody
Debo the Madman
anybody
Golan.
putting in a number right now is not. We're not ready. Don't stop.
Yeah, it's
Stop doing
fine.
that.
It's
Stop
fine.
all
I'm
those.
watching. Put them in. Yeah, put the numbers in.
Oh, geez.
Randy, you weren't
400.
watching, were you? Randy.
They went
That was
really
Shan.
fast there for a hot second. Are you
I'm
throwing
looking
it out
too.
there?
I don't see it yet. Huh? What? Yeah, we're picking. I'm
Um,
looking too, but you should be the one to see it first. I don't see the number yet. I've had two that are super close.
Yeah, I've seen a couple super closes.
One is one off right now.
Yeah, I saw the one off. Holy cow.
Yeah, I can't keep up either.
Oh, wait, no. Fish Daddy, 401 at 918.
Yeah, it's going nuts.
Let me see if it's the same on mine.
I'm just scrolling up just to make sure I
Ooh,
didn't miss
Mike,
anybody.
you were super close. Oh, the suspense. Full stop.
I'm curious
Lord
to see
Vader
another
said,
number.
"Uh-oh, full stop. We've killed everything."
Oh,
I don't see it. You
Matthew
said
was
Fish
one
Daddy
off.
got it at 918. I don't see it yet.
Yeah,
Oh, yep.
918.
Fish
Yep.
Daddy at 918.
Oh,
On the dot.
Okay, we agreed.
144.
Funny enough,
Boom.
the man, the myth, the legend, Arthur. Not a better person could have won it. Arthur is a huge supporter of my channel. 144 was the number. Somebody had 143 up here when I'm like, oh, somebody
I
was
saw
Mm.
145 also.
Oh,
Kyle
man.
or Chris. Or was it Caden? There was one up here where I was like, oh, so close. 140, like 3, I think.
And the crazy thing is that doesn't cover either of the sides either. Because there's probably another, I don't even know.
Did you count a total, Dizzle?
I did. After last week's live, I sat here and I counted, and then I counted a second time and a fourth time. I think I counted like 5 different times because it's really hard to like, for my mind, I can't, it's like trying to write on a non-lined piece of paper. My lines are going to go like this, you know?
Yeah,
They're all
Caden had
gonna-
143 at 917. Caden was the one I saw, and I was like, oh. All right, so Fish
Yeah.
Daddy, you are the one. Arthur, you already know how to get a hold of me.
he says he won a Tatula Elite, so I think you have to go over to Tackle Junkies to get that Elite.
Arthur,
You know, you
if I
got to go
had
through
multiple,
him.
I would certainly give you one. I'll hook you up with something. Yeah, Arthur's a super good supporter. We actually chat back and forth. He's a good. I've shouted him out on my channel before. Arthur does soft bait making. He and Sandy, his wife, do some awesome
do.
stuff. You didn't win. I just knocked my cup off. You didn't win a Tattoo Elite, but I'll hook you up with something, Arthur. Jason
Just a Metanium.
21,000. All right, so what do you all got? Let's do a few this or that. Or yeah, Mr. Randall Williams Solely says.
All right.
1 million stickers in Dr. Evil's voice. Hey, there's Sandy. That's his wife. The bait maker. Is it the bait maker's wife? Is your Instagram? Sandy does some cool stuff. And maybe there's more people that have done it before, but they'll do like skin pours on open pore molds, and then she'll use like makeup and glitter and stuff to color the inside of the swim bait, and then they pour the rest of it, which gives a really cool 3D look.
It's
So,
like foil almost innards of it.
Yeah.
Those are super
yeah,
sweet.
they're good people. Jeremy says, I'll knock off your cup. Listen, Jeremy, we don't need to be getting violent here. All right, so what do we got? Let's do a few more this or that questions. Each of us will pick a question here, and then we're going to get out of here because it's been fun.
All right.
Brendan, Jermaine, do you guys got anything to add? Where can we find you guys again on the YouTubes and whatnot?
Jermaine, you go first.
Mainstream fishing. Yeah, MAINE. Stream fishing. Yeah. I don't know if I'll pop up yet because I'm so new, but
That's right. I'll link
Yeah,
you below. I'll link both of them below.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll get you
get
guys
that
a
in there.
link.
And mine is just Fishing the Southeast, and it's all one word. I know it's kind of weird. And then my Instagram is Brown Bait Co. So, yep.
And do you because I know you sent me a thing the other day. You were painting some baits. Do you do soft plastics too and painting baits?
Yeah, so I do. I make my own wooden baits, and then I do soft baits.
Oh, you
and
made
then I
that
do
your
painting.
own. I didn't know you
Yeah.
did your own carving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried that once. Mine's out in my car. I tried carving a rat, and it looked like my 7-year-old daughter carved it. It was my first
takes
try. You got to start somewhere,
Hey,
right?
don't
I
put her
probably
down
went
like
through
that.
100 of them. and never got a good one. So it just takes time.
It does. It takes a lot. Yeah. We were talking about Marlinger. If anybody watches Nate, his stuff, he makes it look way too damn easy. I'm like, man, I've seen him carving stuff. I could carve one of these. And I'm like, no, I can't. It's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Mac. So Mac is the king of this or that. It's actually dedicated a whole show to Mac and send him a package. He always leaves the fun this or that questions in there. He's a good dude. So we're going to start off, Mac, with the donation, $5. Thank you. And I don't think I missed anybody above that, right? I think it was Sandy. Yeah. Sandy, thank you for the donation. You didn't need to do that. You and Arthur are good people. But okay, Mac, best medium priced spinnerbait rod, and go. Off the top of my head, I would say the one that I used for quite a while for chatterbaits and spinnerbaits is the Dobbins Fury.
What's medium priced?
That's what I was going to say. The Dobbins Fury, which is like 120 something bucks. Yeah, 120 something. Yeah, medium priced is what's the word? Subject to each person, you know. But to me, 120 bucks, I look at it as kind of the medium of the road. Like $100-ish to me is a good like budget-ish. You know, if I can get it for under 100, usually you can find the $100 rods and reels on sale for like 80, 70 bucks. So I think the Dobbins Fury, the 733 or the 734, is a great kind of do-it-all rod. That's mine. What do you guys got?
I throw my spinnerbait on an MFer rod, a 6-inch rod.
That's a nice one.
What do you know? How long or what power?
7.2 medium heavy.
Yep. Yeah. So pretty close.
Yeah, 7.2 medium heavy.
Mine is actually the loose KVD 7.2 medium heavy as well. It's just, I like those loose KVD rods are actually really nice. Like the handles, they're really like ergonomic, and I like them a lot.
See, I wish I would have got a different one. If we're doing show and tell here, since I can walk around and not have to worry about water. Thanks to Arthur, actually. So Brendan, which one did you get?
I got I have two. I have the 7.2 medium heavy, and then I have the 7.3. I think it's 7.3 extra heavy, extra fast for flipping and pitching. So, and punching.
I was going to grab mine. I don't know where it is. It could be out in my garage. I was moving stuff. I have, I think it's a frog. I think it's like a 7-foot something frog, but I hate that the handle is so short. Like,
wait, I like that.
I know. Like, I hate that. My dad likes it too. My dad loves a shorter handle, and I hate it. Yeah. Again, it's all on what you like.
So the question is best medium price spinnerbait rod.
I know. Sorry, I was off on a tangent. Yes, I said we do all kinds of side quests on this channel, Randy. So
gotcha. I just wanted to make sure I was in line with what the question was when I answered.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Off on a tangent. I should have got to see. He got me all hyped up. Now I'm a little hot and bothered because I told you I should have got a different KVD rod because I've had people say, "Oh, I like this one," and ever since I got that one and it's got the short handle, it's like I don't like it. It's got a short handle.
They came out with some new ones.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember what.
They're like $150. They're like silver. Yeah.
Oh wait, did you say pistol grips?
Yeah, I'm saying, Debo, you should get some pistol grip.
I thought you said pistol. I was like, hold on, that's old school.
Then we can do some challenges then.
Damn. I love the pistol grips. I owned so many of those back in the day. That's all they made for a while. It feels like in a bunch of them. What? Okay, so that was mine, Max. Again, Mac, thank you for always jumping on and donating and doing the this or that's. I appreciate you, my friend. Now you all get to pick one we're going to answer, and once we get through all these, we're getting out of here.
Nice. All right.
So my mind is blown right now. I just went out to St. Croix's website because I always knew the St. Croix like series, just like regular bass fishing. It was like Triumph, Premium, Avid, Avid X, Legend, Legend Elite, something like that. The Triumph is no longer the lowest level, I guess, per their website. The Premier has taken over that spot. So the Premier on their website is 135 versus the Triumph is 145. And so I was going to say my Triumph spinning rod, I think, would probably be my favorite.
I thought my Triumph was $99. My spinning rod.
Yeah, right? I don't know.
Real
know.
quick, Michael
look.
Bradley. I'm like 20 minutes from New York City, in New York.
Yeah, Jermaine, for basketball
Somebody
fans,
asked
Jermaine
where
said
I
he's
was
like
at.
20 minutes from Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, 20, 30 minutes from the Garden. Try to go as much as I can, but
Hell yeah.
I love the
would
Knicks,
too.
but they
Ooh.
suck and it's overpriced, so I don't go as much as I want to.
Oh, that's one thing I know. Yeah, I bet they
Yeah.
are
Tickets are
more
always
expensive just
ridiculous.
because.
Tourist.
Yeah. Jermaine and I were
Yeah.
talking about before. I said I like going to the Bulls games is fun, but I actually would rather go to the Timberwolves games. We have friends, to stay up there for free, and that I think it's Target. Isn't that the Target?
How much is a
Stadium
ticket
in
out
Target?
there?
I
Just
think
wondering.
it's Target Center. Yeah.
Dude, I don't
How much
remember. It's
tickets
been
run?
before COVID. We all went, and they were like it wasn't anything. Like I feel like they were pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's hard to get in a decent seat at the Garden for under
I bet, yeah,
$100,
because we got like
under
mid seats that
150.
weren't bad for I think
Yeah.
like $200, and they were good seats.
I have a This or That by Chris Mahoon. I think it's how to pronounce it. 1022.
1022. All right, what do we got here? I am a little behind.
And then there's one
who'd
by
you say?
Julie.
Chris at 1022.
Chris Mahoon. Yeah. Yep, that one.
McMahon.
I don't know.
This or That, using Z-Man plastics for durability or any other plastic for ease of use. Ooh, Chris, that's a good one. I think I know my answer. Brendan, you picked it. You get to go first.
I'm going to say any other plastic. That's just because I like using the other plastics because they're easier to rig, much easier to rig, and they don't float. So sometimes I want it to sink, So that's mine. That's what I would pick.
You changed my answer. You just changed my answer. I was gonna say
yeah, mine was kind of close. I would say, any other, simply because you can get salt, non-salt, and the thing is you don't have to worry about mixing them with each other because of the Z-Man elastic. If you put Z-Man elastic with any sort of plastisol, they don't play well. So
that's right.
I was going to say everything else.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat. I mean, the biggest thing for me is the rigging of it itself. Like, I don't know how frustrated I get when I try to put the Z-Man on, and it's like I let go of it and it just falls on the ground because it never even punctured.
Yeah.
I got to get up and let Stubby Dog in. He wants to keep
Oh, Mr. Stubbins.
Mom, Mr. Hi, Mr.
Mr. Stubbins. Oh, geez.
You want to get up here and say hi? We got to pick a couple more questions, and we can go watch a movie.
Debo, I got a this or that for you. Ready?
Okay, which one? What time?
It's right now, and the this or that is who's going to catch a bigger fish this year together, me or you. Not separately.
I don't see it. Who's going to catch a bigger fish?
I literally just said that right now with my words.
Oh, this is you. Oh,
question.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was looking for it. Yeah, you will. I'm not known for catching big fish,
What?
even though I think I've caught bigger fish than you every year. But I'm not.
Your PB is way bigger than what mine is. You're like almost 7, right?
Mine's a 7. Yep.
Yeah. So you're a pound plus bigger than what mine is.
Dude, it's that 1 year. Every year I was at 5 forever. Then I've been at 6s forever for the past 3 or 4 years. And then this last year was the one I did. I never got one more than 6.
Yeah, I'm pushing 6
It's not
right
easy.
now. It's like, man. And I was going to say,
it's relative.
you said, Jermaine, 8 pounds was your biggest one, right?
8.5. 8.5.
That's really is that
notice
really
I
big
knocked
for where you're at?
Yeah. That's like huge from where I'm at. That's
I was gonna say I
tell people and they don't believe me.
I assume your neck of the woods is kind of similar to what
I saw it.
we're
I can
at
vouch
as
for
far
Jermaine.
as fish sizes. Like an 8-pounder around here, Debo, would be a monster, right?
Yeah. So perspective, the state record is what, like 11.4.
Yeah, ours is like 10.4, 10.6, something like that.
Ours is like 10.5 or 10.
I think ours is like 11.4.
Yeah, 10 pounds, 12 ounces, I think, is ours here.
Yeah.
And like you hear
Nice.
people like, "Oh, I caught a 9-pounder." I'm like, "Oh, cool. What lake?" And they're like, "Oh, it's a private farm pond." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why don't I
I'm
get
like,
access to these
oh my
private farm
goodness.
ponds?
Yeah.
Come on."
It doesn't count.
Yeah, Iowa.
Only
There's a
I can
reason
go
why
there.
when you
Don't ask to
watch,
go.
yeah, there's a reason why when you watch bass, any sort of BASS tournament or MLF, they never come to Iowa. So I think the closest they come is lacrosse,
Yeah.
fishing the Mississippi, but that's a lot
Yeah.
of the big smallies and stuff up there. So I don't fish the
Long
Mississippi a lot.
fishing.
I'll be honest. If you've ever been on like the big Mississippi, it's scary. Anybody that
It's
tells you it's not
scary.
is lying, or they're just like they've grown up on it. Because man, when you're hauling ass out there or hauling butt, and there's those big barges and stuff. I mean, it's a
Yeah, no,
one
well,
mistake.
the places where I've fished, it's like you don't unless you know the water there, because otherwise
Yeah.
you're just like, who knows? Everybody, Jimmy John and Timmy Tom, they all told me that there's a huge sandbar over here, and there's a rock pile over here, and there's 15 dead trees laying down over here. So you're not going to get up on plane and just, YOLO.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
And the backwaters
sketchy.
is different. So many people are like, "Oh, we've got good backwaters. It's not scary at all." And it's like, well, yeah, I don't know
You
like
gotta,
all these good backwaters and stuff. So
you got to get there and then find them.
right.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sandy said, "I'm not sure when Saturday night turned into this or that with Debo and friends every week, but here we sit. LOL. Happy to see you doing so well. This or that. Movie and dinner or barbecue and fishing. Oh man, that's not even close. Barbecue and fishing for sure. Unless it's a
Oh.
really good movie, I do still get excited to go to movies.
Whoops.
Me and my buddy used to go on Marvel dates because my wife's not into like the Marvel movies. So my brother Martin, we used to go on Marvel dates. We haven't went on one for some time. There's a fly down here.
As long as it's not a tick.
Yeah.
The chat button's
So,
right
yeah.
next to the leave button.
So
So,
Dustin, I hope I get to get out with you sometime. It's scarier in the backwaters in the channel. I don't know. I've been in the channel and there's been some of those big barges and stuff. Pima's also on Iowa Guest says the Debo, the Mississippi isn't scary. I grew up on a big river, actually down in Burlington, if you all know about Burlington and the river down there. But I don't know. The Mississippi, it's crazy. That stuff kind of freaks me out. But what do we got? Okay, let's see. Who didn't pick one? So Brendan picked one. Jermaine, did you pick one? Randy,
I don't think I picked
Randy,
one. I can't see times.
I made one up. Oh,
here.
so if you go into your chat and there should be the 3 little buttons up at the top right-hand side. There's a toggle timestamps.
I don't see it.
Or if
Randall
you
Pinkwood
hover,
says, do you hold hands and share popcorn? Okay, the funny thing is when we go though, we treat each other to each other's stuff. We've known each other since high school. So he's like, I'll buy. So I'll buy like movie or pop and popcorn, and then he'll switch the next time. So that's funny that you say that. No, we don't hold hands, but we would. Our funny thing is we always wave at each other like Forrest Gump did when he was on the boat, waving to Lieutenant Dan. We always wave each other when we see each other like that out at and people are always looking at us like, what the hell is wrong with those two?
Okay,
Debo,
so you know
why
what?
is it that
I'll
you
take
always
Mike
put your head down
Vogel's
and
right
walk
there.
away?
This one?
Yeah, I'll take that
935?
one right there. Yeah.
All right, here it is. The last question. We're all going to answer it, then we're getting off.
Oh.
Because I appreciate y'all watching, but I don't want to.
That's a good
We've
one.
been on
That's
2
a good one, I
hours.
think.
Oh,
Okay,
That's-
Jermaine,
that's
go
an
ahead. Take
interesting
it. What
one.
do you got? question.
I'm going to take the ticks because I always find them before they bite me. And mosquito bites just last, and they suck. I hate mosquitoes. So I know it's gross, and I know it's a lot more damage if they actually do bite you. But I am lucky enough to have always found them before I've gotten bit. So
Same.
at this
Same.
I feel like-
at this point, I'll take the ticks.
I feel like Jermaine and Randy are on the same page because for the longest time, Randy never had one bite him.
Me? No, I would take mosquitoes 100 days over a tick. No, ticks can all burn. And if I'm going to go get a
Oh, no, I hate them just as much, though.
peacock to just follow me around and eat all the ticks around me when I go out fishing. Peacocks eat ticks. And a, what's it called? A possum. I'm going to get 2 of each.
I don't know about that. I do want to go fishing with you when you have 2 possums and peacocks on leashes fishing with you. We're good.
We're going to be free
Called.
range.
Murder
Yeah.
weapon peacocks found. Yeah, I hate
I'm going
ticks. I will
mosquitoes.
take
Hands down.
pretty much anything over.
And it's cold and windy too, with
Mhm.
mosquitoes. I can
Wouldn't
deal
that
with
wind
hot
just
and
blow
humid.
away the
9
mosquitoes? I
months
mean,
out of
Yeah,
the year
yeah,
in
that is
Iowa.
true. That's kind of like a
It's Iowa.
oxymoron there. Cold and windy with mosquitoes, but
yeah, I'm used to the
I don't
hot and
know.
humid, so I'm just gonna go with that.
yeah, I can deal with the
I
hot
mean,
and humid.
Yeah, I would rather have hot and humid too, without ticks. All right,
Yeah.
Fishing friends. Well, we're getting out of here. We've been on. I can't believe we've been on for 2 hours. This was a super fun show.
This is
Check out Brendan.
this is a
Check out
good one.
Jermaine. I will link their channels down below. Thank you, gentlemen, both for hopping on.
Definitely good.
Thank
channel.
you.
Of course, Randall. Thanks for keeping me in line. I always appreciate you.
Thanks
too,
for
my
having
friend.
us.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. We're getting out of here. Appreciate you all. And until next live.